Greetings and welcome to tonight's episode of Vol d'Espoir, Curse of Strahd. And we are here tonight with a full house, as you can see, of characters. And today is special. We have a special announcement, which is that we are finally, at last, I almost said streamers. Of course, we're streamers. Twitch affiliates.
We're streamers.
Yeah, we're streamers. Twitch affiliates. So
Yay.
yay! So now you can subscribe if you want. We'll talk more about it at the end, but thank you so much for getting us here. Yeah, we're gonna talk to you at the end about that, and we'll come back to it. But today, following up on last week, we had an unusual episode because some people couldn't be here due to real life stuff, so we kind of split up the party. And so this week we're gonna start with the other half of the party, and then kind of bring everyone in, and then from there, just so you're kind of aware what to expect today. Today's episode, real quick, is brought to you by the crumbling house at the end of the road. No one remembers how it got there or who lives there, but its ancient attic window winks with a single flickering light, promising nothing and everything. And on this channel, other stuff that you can look for coming up this Monday. Yes, Monday, you guys are doing Dungeon Delvers. Is that correct? Okay. Rennie and Jean are going to do Dungeon Delvers, talking about cool D&D stuff. And then Tuesday is our Lost Legacy world, which is written by Rennie and Jean, run by Jean as DM. I don't know what side you're on. I'm mirrored, right? So you're over there?
Nope.
You're this way?
I'm down the other way.
way.
I'm down.
I don't know.
Hey,
He's somewhere.
I...
Anyway.
Pretty much.
No, if you do the dance, you'll get everyone.
Yep, somewhere. And then eventually, most Fridays you can find us here with Curse of Strahd, with all of these lovely folks. And I'll let them introduce themselves and their characters in a minute. Really quickly, we wouldn't be here as Unconventional Heroes without them either, so just to kind of give you also other things you can do and or watch during the week, Verdo Knight does his own things. If listening to people talk about D&D isn't your thing, on Monday nights, Ralph, aka Verdo Knight, does a multiplayer Monday, so you can jump in and watch his video games, if that's more your style. And then also, are you doing anything on Wednesdays now or no? I forget.
Still doing Wednesday streams.
Okay.
They've been a bit slowed down, but we're ramping back up. And I just went completely off schedule yesterday and did something random. So
there you go. There's always something going on.
Space.
Always something going on Verdo Knight's channel. So if video games are more your speed, then go check him out for sure. And as our friend over at Players and Creators says, the reason why we don't mind recommending other shows at the same time as we have shows is because, we want you to be happy and watch what you want to watch, and we want to support everyone here. So, of course, we're going to recommend other stuff to do. Speaking of Players and Creators, of which our friend, the DM, Chris, runs, he also does a Wednesday night D&D stream, and me and Jean play over there. So if you want to see more D&D, you can't get enough of it, you can check us out over there on Players and Creators. And then lastly, awesome people here, Sam Owens, who's just awesome, and nothing to announce, I'm assuming. Just Sam Owens is awesome. And Taitlin is also extremely awesome, as always. And you can find her artwork on the Instagram, little.ball.of.art. And I think that's pretty much everybody. So now that we've done that, quickly, let's say your character name, and your name first would be preferable, and your character, and maybe like a little bit about them, just to catch some people up who may not be familiar with it. So we'll start with Taitlin, since I mentioned you last. Let's have you go first.
Hi, my name's Taitlin Miller, and I play Larkspur Birchbark, the wood elf and druid of the group, and oaken reaver of Barovia.
Yeah. And Samoans.
Hi, I'm Samoans. I play Vic Evandale, that's just like the dirty Aasimar monk. Yeah.
We referred to you last stream as an astral hobo.
Yeah,
that's probably the correct description. Yeah,
astral hobo.
Very accurate. If you can picture an astral hobo, you have correctly pictured my character.
Correct. Okay. And Rennie.
Hi, I'm Rennie, and I play Dominic Darling, the bard / wild sorcerer / getter into and out of troubler.
Yes, that is very true. Also, and Ralph
I am Ralph. I'm playing Kremen Martikov, Angry Barbarian.
and Jean.
Hi, I'm Gene, and I also play the Darling Dominic. No, I play. uh, no, I
That
play.
would have been such a good bit if
That would
everyone
have been
was
such a
playing
good bit.
the
I,
Oh my
Darling
god!
I couldn't,
Yes,
I
it's
couldn't message Ralph quick enough to like subtly be like,
Oh,
that would
that
be
would've been-
hilarious.
That would have been good.
But I
We
carried
should
on.
have talked about
So I'm Gene, and I play Charles Henri, cleric of the Raven Queen.
All right, and last but not least, me, Julia May. I am your DM. All the various denizens of Barovia, all the NPCs and weirdos that these guys come across as they go, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. Now, like I said, today's gonna be a little different. I'm gonna do a quick recap, and then I'm actually gonna jump in with Rennie and Sam with their characters, Dominic and Vic, and Jean, Caitlin, and Ralph. I ask that you guys, hang in there. You're allowed to watch and stay here if you want. You're also allowed to, cover up your cameras. I just ask that you pay attention so that when I bring you all back in, you're ready to go. I'm gonna try and keep it short, like a scene or two, just so that you guys aren't sitting for too long. But yeah, and if you do stay in and listen, obviously try not to meta, but you guys don't. I don't have to worry about that with you. So, all right. So last we left off, for those of you who may have not seen last week's episode, basically our party on to help Blinsky out went to examine this very strange shop that appeared in an alleyway next to his store. And the rumor goes, or the legend went, that every 200 years this shop front appears. So our intrepid heroes of Voldespois decided to go and check it out. And as they entered into this dark and twisted hallway, basically, they suddenly found themselves split as a party. I can't actually give you the rest of the recap because I don't. Well, actually, have you guys already? You guys have probably already watched the show. Well, I know you did, Rennie. Did you watch the episode from last time, Sam? Or no? Okay, just cover your ears. Just pretend that you don't hear this.
Earmuffs,
Okay, Rennie,
earmuffs.
Earmuffs. Just pretend you don't hear it. I know, right? It's silly. I know.
Perfect.
Okay, but basically, so I almost said Dominic. Charles Henri. Dominic is everywhere. Dominic's everywhere. It's fine. Charles Henri, Larkspur, and Grumman found themselves in this very long hallway, and Dominic and Vic were seemingly gone. And Charles Henri used his handy little spell to try and find Dominic, and it said that he was ahead, except that he was nowhere to be seen. So they kind of kept walking and discovered this strange room that was just full of staircases going every which direction and doors. Very just non-Euclidean space, kind of weird looking. If you've seen Labyrinth, you know exactly what I'm talking about in terms of how that room looks, except more doors. But basically, they saw a flash of a purple cloak go into a door, and the door shut. So they ran because they assumed, oh man, there's Dominic, we gotta catch up with him, and they tried to. But it ended up being a talking door, and asked them to entertain it for a little bit, and they managed to make their way through, and then went through a series of strange and unusual rooms that got progressively darker, weirder, and more dangerous as time went on. Still no sign of Dominic. And that's pretty much what happened to the other party leading up to now. I'm going to backtrack now and go back to our intrepid adventurers going to check out this storefront for Blinsky, and Dominic and Vic suddenly find themselves standing alone in a hallway with no sign of the rest of them. And also, the door out is still there, just behind you, but ahead of you is just a very long and slowly darkening hallway. And that's where we're going to jump in.
I feel like it's an odd dichotomy that you, the best smelling member of our party, and me, the worst smelling member of our party, have been isolated together at last to create one smell for all of time.
Perhaps it's some sort of cosmic joke, Vic. I don't know who the punchline is, but I don't feel good about it.
I feel great about it. So I think
You know what?
we're
That's good.
continuing
Perfect. There's a balance, my friend. A balance.
Yes, indeed. Yes. There's quite the balance here, and I feel fantastic about it.
Charles, Gremlin, I know this is a fun game, but okay, game's over. I imagine I hear nothing but my echoing voice down the
Your
hallway.
voice echoes down the stone, bouncing off around. Sounds like it goes back for a very long ways, and like you hear like a faint drip of water, but nothing else.
I refuse to believe that Gremlin can be sneaky, so I would posit that we are truly separated from the rest of the group.
A stunning deduction, as always, Vic.
I'm well known for my rapier wit.
Well, mate, we have two options. We can see if this door leads back, but I feel like that's a fool's errand. Or, and I point down the dark hallway, the only way out is through, or so they say. Care to go through?
Yeah, dark hallways is well in my wheelhouse, friend.
Cheers. How are your eyes? Do you see in the dark?
Oh no, not at all.
Perfect. Again, the balance is just palpable. Yeah. Julia, I'm gonna make 5 dancing lights kind of trail in front of us, and I just kind of like touch each fingertip, and each light is a different like color of rainbow.
Nice. Great.
And
Nice.
they will sort of walk, float in front of us, and I'm gonna begin to travel down this hallway.
You reminded me, by the way, Happy Pride. Sorry, that just reminded me. Totally
Happy
forgot
Pride!
these rainbow dancing now. Anyway, so as your dancing lights go and kind of float down the hallway, yeah, it lights it up, and it's just a very nondescript stone hallway. There's definitely some like dampness in here again, like some dripping water somewhere in the distance. And you guys start walking, and as you start walking, and your footsteps kind of shuffle down the floor, you hear very distinctly ahead of you the sound of a closing door.
You heard that, right?
Yeah, something like a large wooden rectangle was shut into a other slightly larger rectangle that may or may not have also been wood.
What a strangely clinical definition of a door closing.
I mean,
What
we don't
I'm
know what it was. It was just a sound.
sure. I suppose reading between the lines, though, mate, I believe it means we're not alone in here.
Yeah,
Which could be good, because we are friends, or the other side of good, which is very, very bad.
I don't hear Grimmin. So again, unlikely. I think it's unlikely that they're friends.
All right.
Julia, is everything sort of fully illuminated by Dominic's lights?
So yeah, pretty much like his lights are lighting up the hall. So you see that it turns a corner to the left up ahead, but you can kind of see that. And the door sound or the sound of the closing door definitely came from up and around the corner.
Vic, I don't know how up and up you are on the magic scene. I'm pretty new to it, but I have a few tricks up my sleeve. We could go very, very sneaky. I could do some light protective magic on us, or I could see things that are invisible or the ethereal plane. Again, I've no idea what this is, so I really don't know the right way to go. More looking for that cosmic balance here to give me some cues.
I think we should walk around the corner.
Done and done, friend. Yeah, I will follow Vic's lead, and
I will
send...
walk in front.
You know what, Julie?
Alright.
Though I am gonna send the lights around the corner first.
Okay.
And then we will follow them behind.
Great. Okay, you send the lights around the corner, and you kind of go and follow the light as the shadows kind of deepen behind you. And now you're not sure if there ever was a door behind you. It just seems like endless hallway behind you, and fading into darkness. And you keep walking ahead and around the corner, and actually 2 torches flare to light on the walls almost automatically as soon as you round the corner, and your dancing lights dance in front of, very clearly, a door. This door is a stained red wooden door, and its frame is delicately crafted, and you can see 30 precious stones inset into the frame. And it seems to have a mortise lock upon it.
What is a mortise lock?
Yeah, it's just a type of lock.
Okay.
I didn't know that either, so...
I imagine the torches illuminate this area fairly
Oh yeah,
well.
yeah. No, it pretty much just lights up this whole side of the hallway. And by the way, once you guys are here in front of the door, if you turn around, the hallway behind you is gone. It's like you're like in like a weird dead end area. with
Oh,
just
it's
the
just
door.
like a box and a door now?
Yep.
I'm getting more paranoid by the moment.
I have a plan. Vic raises his arm up with one finger.
All right, mate. And I'm going to kind of just extended hand, and each ball of light kind of just kind of sucks into my hand and
Sure,
vanishes.
Okay,
Vic, are you sure of this plan, or does this plan need a little bit of an ego boost?
I have enough ego to go around. Vic, the door is locked. Yes, there's a lock on it.
Correct.
Cool. Vic turns incorporeal and walks through the door.
Ooh.
Fucking A, nice. Dominic's
I
like,
have
oh,
to-
what the? Wait. And as you vanish.
I also have one other note to say. Vic mentioned that he did not have dark vision. That isn't
Yes.
true. Vic has
Okay.
60-foot dark vision.
Okay.
That's relevant information for the DM.
Great.
Thank
Great
you.
stuff.
That's what I thought. I was like, shouldn't he have dark vision? And I was like, whatever, it's fine. No, that's cool.
He could be lying. Who knows?
So I'm trying to read whether or not you would have activated this or not. Let me ask a question for no reason. Is it either of your all's birthdays?
In game?
In game, not in real life. Like in game, is it your character's birthday?
I'm gonna say no, not for
No.
now.
There's
Okay.
a 1 in
That's an important
365
question.
chance that is true.
That's a very important question. Okay, so I'm gonna say you walk through the door with no problem, and Dominic, you just see him disappear through this door. On the other side
Great
of this
plan.
door, you find yourself in this beautiful looking kind of courtyard area, and it's so strange. It looks like at some point it was like a cafe or something, like, you know, like you see like tables and chairs, and there's like beautiful greenery going up, and like walls of like the sides of like townhouse buildings kind of a thing, except it is I won't say dead silent, because there are definitely like birds chirping and the sky is blue overhead and you can see clouds, but there is just no one here. It looks completely empty and abandoned, like there's not a single person there.
Sick. Can I open the door for Dominic?
So if you turn around, you can try and touch the door. It's locked.
I was hoping it would be easier to unlock from this side.
It's
Vic,
locked from both sides. It's a
Vic,
magic
Vic,
door.
Vic, can you hear me, mate? I'm gonna kind of
Yep.
call through the door.
You can hear him. He sounds like he's like really far away and almost like underwater. It's really weird.
Yep, it's still locked.
You don't see Dominic's head fall down.
Can you also walk through it?
You know, I have a lot of tricks, but walking through doors isn't one of them. I may be able to pick the lock. Stand by.
I hope you can just pick the lock.
Julia,
It's all pointless.
you had a plan. And I don't know Vic well enough to be like, hold up, mate. I wanted to see what happened. Julia, I'm gonna start examining this door.
Okay.
First, just normally, visually.
Okay.
And then I don't even think I have detect magic. What am I?
Just give me.
I was like,
That's fine. You don't need detect
I
magic.
don't-
Give me
I
an
don't have detect magic.
intelligence or a wisdom check. It's
Sure.
pretty low DC. I feel like you'll be fine.
I'll
with
give
one
you
of those.
int. Straight int.
I forgot to skip to the next
So,
line here.
I think I got like a 9 or 10. Nothing impressive.
Okay.
Just raw intelligence is a 9.
Yeah. This looks like a pretty just ordinary door. You're like, oh, it's just a door.
Do those gems or stones make a pattern of any kind that I can discern?
They
Or
do
is it just
not.
how well secured do they look?
Here's what I will say. Them? Some of them actually look kind of loose, believe it or not. Like maybe someone's tried to pry them away before. Not only that, but I will say, looking around, even with that, you can tell that some of the stone on the door has been shattered. Like somebody maybe tried to like break their way through the door at some point or something. Like they couldn't unlock it, you know.
Dominic's gonna kind of stroke his chin and he looks at one of the loose stones and he goes, "That's what they want you to do. I'm going to fight every urge in my body, and I'm just gonna go for the lock, Julia."
Okay. Are you gonna... Yeah, you're gonna use your thieves' tools?
Yep, I'm gonna
Okay.
bust out my thieves' tools and begin to try to pick the lock.
Perfect.
My it's ridiculous.
You guys are all level 10 now, right? Or 11?
Correct. 10.
Okay, thank you.
Julia, that is a 13.
Great, so you start to turn it in the lock, and for a second you think it's gonna give way, and then your lockpick like slides and it misses the mark. But now something else happens. All of a sudden the door sort of lights up with like this green magic, and you are blasted backwards as you are hit by a thunder wave and blasted against the wall. And now, as it hits you, something in your head goes, "That's why the floor is shattered," as you hit the wall. And let me roll your. Oh, actually, roll me a save.
Save, yep.
Yeah, deck save, please.
I go, that's not a good sound. Oh, I crushed the save, Julia.
Okay, yeah. If it's over a 13, then yeah, you're fine.
I got 17 on the dice.
1 second. So you're gonna only take 10 thunder.
Does Vic hear a thunderous crash?
Yeah, here's a thunderous crash on the other side of the door.
Hang on a minute. I'll look around and see if there's any
ow,
impressions, indentations, runes around the door. Something that might look like if I interacted with it, it might help unlock the door, like search the room if there's a key. I don't know what the locking mechanism looks like, but I'm generally going to attempt to be helpful from this side and see if there's anything that might...
Sure. Are you using, you're just looking, you're not using magic or anything, right? Like you're just kind of looking at the door? Okay, yeah,
yes.
you can also
looking
give
at the
me...
door and also the rest of the room if there's nothing obvious. I'm starting with the door and the door area, but...
Sure, you can give me an investigation check or an arcana check.
Oh, God. I got an 8.
Yeah, man. This door. You don't know like what's going on with this door. That's really weird. You don't know what that sound was. Crazy. I will say though, after you hit. Oh, sorry.
Are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine.
I can walk back through the door again and
No.
take care of you if you require
No.
assistance.
No, stay there. I'll make my way. Just give me a bloody moment. You hear a clattering of tools.
All right. So as you go to like maybe like try and pick the lock or something, the lock clicks like on its own, like it opens.
What?
No,
you just
no.
wanted to hurt me?
I didn't want to hurt you. It just took me a minute to figure out how to unlock this thing.
I was yelling at the door, and
I was opening the door.
Julia, if I'm confident or like I hear a click noise that's coming from the lock, I put my hand out like I'm going to grab it, and I stop. I take 10 feet back, and I use Mage Hand to try to open the door.
Great. You, how many feet back from the door are you standing? This is very important.
I mean, you said there's a dead end, so how far back can I be?
You can't go more than 20 feet, so you could go 20 feet back and stand against the wall that you just slammed into. That's fine.
Let's look at Mage Hand. 20 feet. Done. Yep.
Great. You're back up against the wall. Great. So the Mage Hand just slowly turns the doorknob and it opens. The minute it opens, Vic, you now have Fairy Fire cast on you. You cannot avoid this. Loud trumpets sound, and there's like an explosion of glittery ribbons all around. And actually, that is the effect of the Fairy Fire on you. It will just look like you have glittery ribbons on you for the next like hour, Vic. You cannot avoid this. This just happens to you.
Vic positions himself in like a prominent place in the room and does like a really prominent like circling of his arm before bowing to Dominic as he walks through the door.
These loud trumpets, by the way, are playing Happy Birthday as you are nearby. And
Nice.
but it does not affect you because you were out of the range, Dominic, so you are not affected by this. After that, the door falls silent.
I guess this is a good time to say it is my birthday.
Oh! Well, the fanfare is appropriate, and I have to say, Vic, the streaming and the glittering, it is an improvement, mate. You look just lovely.
Thank you. It wasn't me. It came out of nowhere, but honestly, I'm on board.
I think this door is full of crazy town magic, which I have a bit of experience with. But I think we should get away from this fucking door.
Yeah, fuck this door. Yeah,
And
agreed.
Julia, I'm gonna kind of scoot in with Vic as quick as I can.
Okay, great. So you go on and you get through the door. Vic, you are lying, correct? It is not actually your birthday in game,
No,
or have you just decided that it
certainly
is?
lying. No,
Okay.
no, it is not.
I just want to make sure, because if it was, something else would happen, but nothing happens. You're fine.
You could get a present, dude.
Maybe.
All right,
But
so
not
we have
today.
an agrestic setting with some lovely greenery and no one about. All right. Well, I'm going to do something so that I can see invisible things. It might help us since things seem a bit off. Dominic reaches into a pouch, pulls
Right.
out this sort of minty, pungent, like oil, and spreads it over the back of his eyelids. And I'm going to cast See Invisibility.
Great. Okay, you do so pretty much at the same time. So all this stuff happened. The confetti went off. It's this very quiet courtyard, except for this chirping of birds. Over the courtyard wall, around about this time that you're casting that, comes this giant, almost it looks like iridescent bubble, and it's kind of like just like floating through the air, and it's kind of like following a wind current. And as you cast that spell, Dominic, you see a very weird creature inside. It looks like sort of a short, squat, maybe like a frog, but it has like huge eyes, and it's just kind of like staring at you as the bubble's kind of turning it upside down, and it's just kind of like rolling inside the bubble, and it looks like, small creature looks like it's trapped, and the bubble's gonna just kind of float around on an air current.
I'm gonna lean over to Vic so that I'm fairly close to him. Mate, there is a strange frog creature inside that bubble. I'm not sure if you can see it, but I don't know if we should free him or let him float by. Now it's my turn. Hold on, I have a plan. And I'm gonna look up. Pardon me, kind sir or madam. Do you require assistance?
It makes no sound except like which you
Do I
hear,
think
but you
it
can't
can
see.
even hear? Do I think it even registers me? Maybe the bubble is somehow.
It sees you guys, but it definitely gives you like it's a very frog-like impression. Like even though
Right.
it's more like some weird mix between like a frog and a cat and like crouching. It's weird, but it's
I have
just
a-
kind of staring at you, very like
I have a couple questions.
tired. It looks tired. Go ahead. Yes.
He can see all of these things because he can do it. See, based on what he just did, can I see the bubble and not the frog? Can I see
You can
none of
see
the
the
above?
bubble. You can see the
Okay.
bubble.
I
You
see a
can't
big
see
bubble floating, and can I hear anything?
You hear a noise from inside of it, but that's it. You don't see it though.
Julia, how far is this bubble from us?
It's about 20 feet up in the air, floating on a wind current. It looks like it might come down towards you soon. I actually need two things. One of you needs to roll me a D100. And the other, well, not the other of you, but just in general, I need you both to make me perception checks.
All right, I'll do the first D100, Sam. If there's another one, it's all you.
Actually, there will
Sounds
be,
good.
so you might as well roll one, Sam.
All right, I got a 46. 4, 6.
Okay.
And I got a 92.
Okay.
Ooh.
Ooh.
And then, did you need a save or something, Jules? What was the second thing? Perception?
I think she said.
Perception?
Oh, I do very badly. Very, very badly on
What
perception.
the fuck? 2 perceptions in a roll. I rolled a 3.
Yeah.
Oof.
You guys don't notice anything. That's fine. However, you do
It's
notice.
an 8 total.
You do notice beside you something that is too big to not miss. Sort of to the left of the cafe table next to you, this sudden sphere of fire sort of erupts next to this cafe table, and you can hear the crackle of it, and it's very like hot there, and it just sort of rolls towards you. And I actually need both of you to make me a dexterity saving.
I crit.
I got a 14.
Okay, you both manage to avoid it as it rolls by. You're only gonna take 3 fire damage as it just kind of past you and keeps going.
Ow. Ow.
This weird like fire sphere seems to get caught up in the wind. It doesn't make the other sphere burn, but the two of them are doing this weird dance in this weird wind. And I'm gonna say, even though you guys both failed your perception, because now there's like 2 things up there, now you see that the wind is almost like glittering, like it has a very strange color to it. And you just kind of are like, I don't know what that is, but yeah, you both notice it now.
So let's see. From a mechanical perspective, I have evasion, and so if I saved, I don't take any damage.
Oh, then you don't take any damage.
Not that it's a lot of damage anyway.
Yeah, but
and then you said
it
so
matters.
what's going on? There's a floating bubble 20 feet up.
Yep, and now there's a flaming
Dominic can see a
sphere.
frog in it, and there's a flaming sphere 20 feet up.
Yep.
Okay.
Dancing in the wind.
I mean,
Julia, this bubble, it looks physical. Like it looks like maybe I can interact with it.
Yes.
I'm gonna take out a dagger and I'm gonna look at Vic. I think I'm going to try to pop that bubble to bring our friend to the ground.
I was about to say I can do a dumb, but if you want to do a dumb, by all means, sir.
Mate, it's my middle name, and I throw the dagger at the bubble.
Great. Okay. As you hit it, the dagger bounces off.
Oh,
and,
crap.
Goes flying back in your direction. I'm gonna say it doesn't hit you guys. It smacks into a tree near you, like one of the little like courtyard cafe trees, and a bunch of palm leaves just kind of fall off and hit the ground. And even though it didn't do any damage, it didn't do any damage. Sorry, there's a very specific thing that needs to end this. So, if you want, you can give me an Arcana check to see if you recognize what this is, Dominic.
I'm gonna mage hand the dagger back into my hand.
Sure.
And I go, well, Vic, that was my dumb. It's your turn.
And Vic, do you have Arcana as a?
I rolled
you can
14.
roll as well.
Well, I don't have it proficient, but I rolled a 14.
Okay.
22.
Well, all right. The both of you were like, "Hey, I've heard of this before," and you're pretty sure it's some kind of magic bubble. I mean, not that you needed to be told that, Vic, but it's a magic bubble. But you are positive, Dominic, that you've heard of this before, and it is say it wrong, but it's Odaluk's resonant sphere. And you know that the creature inside of it can breathe, but the only thing that can break it is a disintegrate spell.
I kind of look back up at it and I go, mate, I think that bubble is here to stay. I can't do anything about it.
So don't do a dumb?
I mean, here's the thing. If it is what I think it is, these wizard spheres, Odaluk fellow made one, and apparently they're fairly impenetrable unless you sort of tear it apart with some of the strongest magic around. And while I have, again, several tricks up my sleeve, I don't have anything with the power to take that down. And to be honest, he may have made it, or they may have made it. So if they'd like to be in there, who are we to say otherwise?
While that's happening, no, that's fine.
Julia,
go ahead.
I'm gonna kind of I'm gonna kind of elbow Vic. I'm like, mate, let's look around this place a little more. I think we're getting a bit distracted with bubbles and fire and such. Maybe there is more to this area, this cafe, abandoned cafe, than we realize. And
you're right. Let's look around. And Vic, I know this isn't going to do anything, but Vic thorn whips the bubble as he walks away.
Nice.
It bounces back and narrowly misses you and takes out more sad palm tree now, and it's not looking good. As you guys walk past this cafe, it's so strange. Like there's like coffee on the table that's like still steaming hot, like it was just put there. There's like food there. It looks untouched, or like somebody ran away from it. Yeah, that's fine.
You fucking hobo.
Pocket and shit.
You walk away with 5 pastries of various types, like random French type pastries. I mean, I know there's no France in this world, but you know what I mean, like fancy French pastries.
Excellent.
Great. And also, if you guys drink the coffee, it's just delicious coffee. Yeah.
If you look at Dominic, there's definitely a bit of a judgment on his face. He doesn't say anything, but he's definitely like
the coffee, and also will like eat some of the food also that he's not putting into his pockets if there's a sufficient quantity.
Great. Yeah, there's just some sausage on the tables. Like, it's all good. Like, it's just food. As this happens, because you rolled so high on your Arcana check, Dominic, as you're looking around, you're like, we need to find a way out, whatever, and you kind of look at this weird wind again, and you're like, oh no, because you realize what's happening is you have heard that sometimes magic can start to sort of unravel in places, and this wind is bringing in with it this unraveling magic, and it's kind of heading right for you at this moment. So, and now I will say, from where you are, because you've had a minute to look around, across the other side of the cafe there is a door like leading into a building. So like there's another door near you, but that's the only door in this courtyard.
Okay. As Vic grabs like another sausage, I kind of pull at his shoulder and I'm like, "Mate, we don't want to be here anymore. That is a bad wind. That is a bad magical wind. We need to move, mate." And Dominic's gonna start fucking hoofing it towards that other door.
Okay. All right. So yeah, so you guys start to run for it, and you start like running for this door. And as you get to this door, there is what looks to you to be like a riddle, like inscribed around the sides of the. Sorry, and it reads, "What has a head and a tail, can flip but has no legs?" Question mark.
Can I get that again?
Yeah.
Yes. What has a head and a tail, can flip but has no legs?
A coin?
Coin.
Dominic
and
literally
kind of,
like he like prestidigitates a coin in his between
great.
his fingers.
As you do that, this little slot appears in the door, like a little coin slot. Great. You put it in, and the door opens ahead of you.
Coin operated door, not a bad gig. and I move in.
Behind you, as you guys start to enter this place, the swirl of magic sort of like comes all at once over the wall, and you start to watch like things like shift and change behind you, and like the trees are now pink that were once green, and like weird, like just like things are starting to get very weird behind you. So you guys managed to go through the door before that happens. Do you shut the door behind you, or do you leave it open?
Oh yeah.
We
Oh,
certainly
definitely
shut the door, but
definitely shut the door.
most
Great.
importantly, how is my pocket food?
Your pocket food, it remains the same because you got it
Excellent.
out of
All
there.
right.
So
Good
it is
news.
still just good food.
All right. So
Dominic?
Vic, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. No, go ahead.
Vic, just real quick, I feel like I need to be straight with you, man. So I'm not responsible for what's going on here, I think. But me and Magic have a really weird Can you not eat a sausage while I'm talking to you? Oh, God, never mind. Listen, just me and Magic have a weird relationship, and if Magic seems to go weird after I cast it, it might be normal, but here it might not be. Just wanted to give you a heads up.
So, wet magic, which is inherently weird, is weirder around you sometimes.
Like uncontrollably weird around me sometimes. Listen, there's a whole story, and I could get into it, but I feel like there's more pressing things right now.
I'm just gonna take this at face value for now, but you're gonna have to give me more of that story later.
That is a promise, my friend.
Excellent.
All right. So you guys now so the door behind you shuts, and you actually see that your golden coin is just kind of chilling there on the floor, like push through the coin slot, and it's just sitting there. You pick it up. All around you, lights flare to life. These weird blue torches all the way down. It's another long, narrow hallway. And ahead of you, you can see a door in the distance. It seems to be a door made entirely of black crystal, like a black crystalline, almost like stone with a strange like white handle. You can see that down at the far end, and this whole place is lit. But there's something else. There are shards of mirrors hanging just in midair by themselves, like all up and down this hallway, leading to that next.
That's definitely not good.
That's very strange.
Do they seem to? Julia, if can we walk up so that we're closer to the shards without entering the shard area?
Yes.
So Julia, okay.
They are all around you already, so you really can't.
So we're here. Already here.
You're in this space with it. When you shut the door behind you, the lights came up, and you're like, oh, there are shards of mirrors all throughout here.
All right. So Julia, I think that looking at these shards,
sure.
Do I think that if someone could fly, let's say, and they went horizontal as opposed to walking, they might be able to navigate an easier path through these glass shards?
Possibly. They are not hanging in the hallway. They're almost like hanging almost along the wall. So you could walk past them like it was a gallery of mirror shards. So you don't need to fly, if that makes sense. Like
So
you
they're
could
not like
you could walk through. They're not like some of
an
them are
obstacle.
yeah, some of them are like a little bit low in the hallway. Like you might have to duck a little, but they're not like in your way. You could definitely pass from here to the door without touching them. if you
And
had
then my final question before we get ourselves killed is: does see
to.
invisibility give me any more insight?
No, not
Not,
currently. No.
no problem.
So Dominic, there's certainly no way we walk from here to there and are not attacked by these mirrors. Yes.
Oh, like for sure we are going to
Okay.
get attacked
Yes.
for
All
these
right.
shots.
We're on the same page. Excellent.
It's funny. I thought that maybe if we could navigate them, if they won't come at us, I could fly, and then me and you could like hug, and I'd fly both of us through the center of it. But that doesn't seem the best plan.
I do like hugs.
I'm a fan. I mean, I wish you
Mm-hmm.
bathed more, but here we are. I also can shatter these glass, but again, I also feel like that is very problematic.
Also, I need you both to make me D100 rolls just in case for the next little bit,
Or
just to see what happens.
84.
5-4. Ooh, nice.
Great.
Is
Okay.
it? I don't know if high is good or bad.
It's literally random.
And what
All
did
right,
you roll? Sam,
Vic.
what'd you roll?
84.
84? Thank you.
Yeah.
Vic, here's how we're gonna do this, mate. I put a hand on your shoulder and I kind of like grab it pretty tight,
Mhm.
and I go, Vic, you stay in the lead. I have your 6. We are going to do this as best we can. I bloody believe in you, mate. Bardic Inspiration.
Alright.
So for you, Sam, you can add a D6 to an attack roll, saving throw, an ability check, a damage roll, or a spell damage roll, or a spell heal. So you have a D6 for the next 10 minutes that you can use for something.
Let's live
And
the dream. As soon as you're like grabbed onto the back of me, Vic just starts sprinting
Oh,
down the
God!
hallway. There's no more there's no more discussion. We're going.
Right. Cool. Yeah, Dominic stays tight on you.
All right. You guys start to walk by, and as you do,
We're
you
not
catch.
walking.
Oh, you're not walking. You're running.
Yeah, we are.
You're
Very
catching.
specific. Yeah,
You are
we're going
catching.
just like
You're
Vic,
catching.
Vic moves 50 feet as his walking speed.
Oh, God,
We're
you
going
leave me
very
behind.
fast.
You're catching glimpses of like people and different places in these mirrors. It's very strange. It's reflecting nothing that is there. You cannot see yourselves in these mirrors. The only thing that you see are like various people or like like I said, like various like locations and things. You catch a glimpse of like a strange green light in a lighthouse and you don't really know what that's about. And then towards the midway point of the hallway, for a second, you catch a glimpse of pink hair and you immediately think of Larkspur. Do you stop to see what that
Yeah,
is, or do you? Okay,
absolutely.
the minute you look, you see it is in fact Larkspur, and she just kind of walks and keeps walking past the edge of the frame, and you don't see her anymore.
Larkspur! Like, I kind of do that, like, I'm shouting at it.
Yep.
And, like, I seem like I want to reach through, but, like, I know, like, in my heart, I'm like, that's such a bad idea.
Did you stop or did you continue to move? Did you stop because you saw her, or did you?
I would have stopped.
Yeah,
At least,
you know,
even if it's for a few seconds,
Yeah,
I stopped.
Vic-
For Vic, I want to make it very clear. He's moving at full speed and is not paying any attention to the mirrors.
Right.
He wouldn't even see Larkspur. Like,
That
is
is
fully
fine.
focused on the direction that he is going.
So all of a sudden, a dozen limbs are gonna burst forth through that mirror at you. Dominic, I need you to make me a dexterity saving.
You got it. Oh, yeah. A million. Like a million and a
Okay.
half. 25.
Okay, great. So these hands kind of burst forth and they're like weird. They're all like different types of hands. And pretty much at this point, Vic, you also hear like a weird like moaning sound or like weird like cries or screams, but they sound like distant, almost like they're not really with you in the same space. And I'm sorry, I'm gonna change the music because it's not creepy enough. What I need here. 1 second.
Oh,
Did I
and
lose somebody?
Sam died.
Sam died. No. Anyway, point is these hands reach for you like they're trying to attack you or grab you, but they all seem
Okay.
to miss. And you do not take any damage because they don't actually manage to hit you, so that's good.
Okay.
Um, they
all right.
they only seem like they can make it to, so they can't make it any farther. So like keep going like after Vic, and they can't follow you. They can only like reach across that side of the hall. But these hands just sort of grasp and grab like for
Sure.
something, but they reach
with
nothing.
with like an agile tumble and a bit of like a twirl, I kind of like come away from all these arms and hands, and I go, "Fuck it, go, go! You were right the first time. Go!"
Going. Does it look like he's in any trouble, or is he like running towards me at this point? I mean, like, Vic will stop if it appears that Dominic is in trouble. He is not going to stop
he
for like
was in
anything in the
trouble.
mirrors.
He was in trouble, but it didn't. These arms that burst out of this mirror didn't manage to grab him, and they seem to be stuck where they are. So you are fine. However, as these arms continue to shoot across that side of the hallway, they hit the mirror across, and you hear the cracking of glass as it breaks the mirror across from it, and this swarm of rats starts to fall out of the mirror and onto the ground and start to swarm towards you. What are you guys doing?
Out of the cracks in the mirror.
Yeah.
All right.
Rats.
Can I get a distance? And maybe it doesn't matter because we're in
You
Meta
have like 30 feet, or like right now. Well, you dashed, I'm gonna assume, after it tried to attack you. So
Oh yeah,
it's
yeah,
60
full
feet.
move.
It's 60 feet behind you, coming towards you. You have enough time to get from where you are to the door at the end of the hallway to get out of here.
All right. Must go faster. Must go faster.
Yeah, we just get to the end of the door, I guess. How, for future reference, how tall is this hallway?
It is about 40 feet high.
Okay.
It's a weird hallway.
40 feet high. Wow, that's very
an
narrow.
extremely
It's
tall
narrow and
hallway,
tall.
yeah.
It's weird. Yeah, it's covered in
Um,
mirrors. It's very strange.
Here, I kind of look, Vic, get the door open. I'll keep these rats at bay. And I sling a golden lyre over my
Nice.
shoulder, and I pick up like I'm about to strum.
Okay.
What
I'm gonna
is
let
door?
you. Yeah.
Can we just open door?
What, can you just open the door?
You said we
yeah,
can make it to the door before the rats got to
yes,
us, right?
so
presumably,
you-
like, Dominic is like, we get to the door. Dominic's like, I'm gonna hold them back, and then I have a door to contend with.
Yep, so you
which
get to
might
this
be too much for me.
You get to this door, and again, this
Arctic.
crystal black door. It's very forbidding. The crystals are very sharp, but you can see that there's a white marble handle, and there's enough of a clearance around it that you can grab for it without cutting yourself. And you kind of grab the door and try to pull it open, and you find yourself lifting up in the air as a levitate spell is just on you now, and you start to float, but your hand is on the door.
Can I still open the door, or am I like struggling with the
It
physics?
seems like it's locked.
Okay, the problem is the lock, not the fact that I am being levitated.
Yes. Yeah, you're just levitating.
Julia, does this look like a traditional lock that someone with thieves' tools could pick?
Yes, it does, as a matter of fact.
Bollocks.
I have thieves' tools.
I know what I'm doing. Don't worry, mate. Shite. How far away does Vic seem like he's floating? Is it like 5 feet off the ground and he stays there, or does he keep elevating further?
So he's
holding
holding
onto
onto
the
the door,
door.
so he can only the door will let him.
Perfect.
You know what I mean?
Perfect.
Yeah.
So Julia, I'm gonna kind of look back at this rat swarm and how much again? What's the distance? How
You've
close
got about
are they?
they're maybe 30 feet away now.
Fuck. All right. I'm gonna shoot a wall of fire down the fucking hallway.
All right, you do that.
I just kind of like I go, all right, I'll deal with the door in just a second. Bring, 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 and I strum a few words, and I go, burn, you rat bastards.
Great.
And
So
I send a wall of fire down the hallway.
okay, great. Yeah, they start to immediately like burn up and you know, whatever. So they're all burning up, and that's fine. The rats continue to come forward. The rest of them kind of swarm around their dead companions and keep running and run past you.
Into the door? Through the door?
So it seems almost like as they hit the door, they kind of disappear onto either side of it. Like there's no holes. They just kind of go through the door and disappear. And it kind of occurs to you at that minute that you thought they were running towards you, but they must
They're
be running from
away
something.
from something.
Yeah,
Fucking
that
great.
you can't see.
All right. As soon as I see these
Oh wait, you
rats
have
kind
see
of...
invisibility, right?
I sure do.
You see this weird white spectral form start to like form at the other end of the hallway. It's like it's a long ways away. It's like 100 feet away, but you're seeing this form of something a little too tall to be humanoid with very long limbs start to form.
I'm gonna put the lyre back on my back, and I'm gonna start working on this door. If you want Vic
Dominic, I
to do
really
something.
wish right about now you could walk through doors with me.
I would love that. I really
Right
would
about
like
now,
that.
That would be a really convenient fucking song for you to have, buddy.
Ooh, I did great on this lockpick check, Jules.
Okay, great. What'd you roll?
That is going to be a 27.
Great. You manage to unlock the door and it swings open with I'm assuming Vic still hanging onto the handle. Do you like try to like maneuver around the door?
I'm a monk. I'm sure I can just like.
It's kind of like,
grab on and, like,
yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Cool. So
I can
Dominic
use
kind of
power
runs through the
faster.
door. I'm assuming. Or do you help him get through, like kind of pull him around the
Yeah,
corner?
like if I see him zero G'ing in
Yeah.
the air, I'll kind of tug at an arm or something
Great.
and pull him through.
So as you pull him past, one of the black crystals kind of scratches his arm a little bit, and the blood kind of drips onto the ground as you guys come around through the door. And this white figure, as you turn around to like help him through, Dominic, has moved incredibly fast, and it's like right on, almost on the other side of the door, and it's like reaching for you guys. But as you go through the door kind of slams shut behind you, and you are separated from. And you are in a very brightly lit room now.
Oh, that wasn't terrible. It was fine. Everything's fine.
Wait, I'll just become incorporeal. I'll walk through the door again.
No. Stay here, mate.
Oh,
Don't go.
you're not
No.
floating
Wait.
anymore. I'm sorry.
Wait, hold on. Were we cut off from him, or was?
No, we're on the
No,
other
you made
side
it.
of the
Oh,
rats and
this
the
is-
mirrors.
This is good news.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, we're good.
Understood.
Dominic does that, like, lean against the door, take a few breaths, like, okay, that nightmare's over.
Dominic, because of an effect in the last room that you did not know about, based on something
Sure.
that you rolled, I rolled for you on your wild magic chart because something goes off. You now have a long beard made of feathers until the next time you sneeze. It just appears on your face.
Amazing.
And that's that.
Incredible.
Yeah. So, yeah, you know, basically, as soon as you guys come around the corner, he does his stuff, and, like, you know, the door slams shut behind you. Yeah, the 0G effect kind of disappears, kind of just, like, hit the... You're fine, you don't take any damage, but... It's, you know, you both are through the door now.
All right, let's see what new type of madness awaits us. What is this place? Whose place? I'm getting very irate. You know, I would like to speak with... What in the nine? And I, like, pluck a feather.
Yep. It
You're a
kind of
chicken.
hurts, like you're pulling a
turned
hair
into
out
a
of your
chicken.
face.
Ow.
Don't worry about it. You turned into a chicken. Let's just keep moving to the next room, and then I'll turn into like a deer. It'll be fine. We just gotta stay focused.
I feel like we're turning into a children's drama. A chicken and a deer became friends, and they got through. Never mind. And I like throw the feather in the
Oh,
air.
you think we're friends? That's amazing. I'm so happy.
You said that like you would talk to an idiot child, and I don't think that that's such a bad thing.
All right, so you guys made it through the really creepy room. And you turn around and you realize that you are standing in a very, not like long room, but a very big room that very clearly to you looks like a store or a shop of some kind. There is faintly some faint like barred music playing somewhere in the distance. You're not really sure where. And there's just like rows of clothing, and there's like tables. Like it's basically like you've walked into a suddenly, and at the moment there doesn't seem to be anybody in here with you.
What do you think the secret of this room is, Vic?
I
take out my rapier.
It's a shop. Is there stuff here?
I mean, assumedly it's a shop.
Hmm. I mean,
I mean,
if we're in an empty shop and there's stuff here, I'm gonna loot it.
I kind of like put up a finger, like
Like-
I look at you and nod, but I put up a finger. Shopkeep, hello.
Pretty much at that moment, there's like a rustle as a beaded top of the staircase kind of opens, and this half-orc woman kind of pops her head out, and she's like, "Oh yes, hold on, I'm coming right down." And she kind of like shuffles and then kind of like comes out and like starts to walk down. She's like, "Yes, welcome to our Wonders and Emporium store. Apologies for how long it probably took you to get here, but we have to put a lot of precautions up because of well, you know, Strahd. So anyway, apologies. I hope nothing hurt you too badly." Oh, she kind of notices the cut on your arm, Vic, and she's like, can I help you with that? I'm so sorry."
A door exploded on me, and I was lit on fire very briefly.
Oh
and you
no.
want to help him?
Oh, but he's bleeding. I'm sorry. You too. So I'm sorry. Let me help you both. And she kind of like puts her hands out, and they kind of glow with gold light, and you both are gonna heal for yes. You're gonna roll the heal for up to 10 hit points each.
I don't think any of my hit points were hurt, but you
No,
did
yeah,
say I
you
got
weren't.
a weird magical cut on my arm.
You got a
Is that
weird
healed?
cut. It heals, so
Okay,
you're
sweet.
good. Probably should have taken some damage with that. Yeah.
So, madam, you are real. I mean, if you
Yes.
aren't, of course you would say you were, but you are real. You made this twisting labyrinth of dreams and nightmares
No.
as a
Oh
security measure.
No, that was my husband. I'm so sorry. My husband's the one. He's the wizard. This is his place. But it's my business. It's my shop. So
I see. I
Cool,
see.
but why the twisting labyrinth of nightmares
well,
prior
because
to a store?
yeah, sorry. Well, that's also partially one of his experiments, and it's kind of gotten a little hand. I have to dial it down a little bit, but in the meantime, yeah, we're trying to keep Strahd out because we're afraid that he'll come back. We're not in Barovia for very long. When we do show up, we were actually looking for a very specific people, or at least he was. So and we just haven't gotten the timing right, so we're trying to figure it out. But anyway, we're here for a couple hours, so yeah, you can feel free to shop and grab whatever you like. And I should probably grab my husband too. But yeah, feel free to look around.
What is your name?
My name? Oh, I'm Candace.
Candace. Thank you for welcoming us to your shop. I can tell you have the hospitality senses of the family, as anyone with any amount of grace would never put their customers through what we just went through.
Yeah. Can I get you a drink, either of you? Anything you want, I can probably find.
Yes. Also, you said we could look around, we could shop, and we could grab whatever we wanted, and those feel distinct to me. Is there one of those that is
You still
the
have to
most
pay for
appropriate?
things.
For the...
You still have to pay for things, but feel free to take some time to look around. I'm just gonna go grab my husband really quickly.
All right, love. Yes, I'll take a tea, a coffee,
tea?
whatever you have.
Either one. Do you prefer flavored, or do you prefer herbal, or like caffeinated? Like, what do you want?
I mean, I wouldn't say no to, a hot coffee with steamed milk.
We can make that happen. What would you like, sir?
Whatever you have that is the most calorically dense.
Calorically dense. Okay, I'll figure that one out. Let me go
9
check.
donuts, whatever, man.
So she kind of like goes
Hungry
back
man.
up the staircase and back behind the beaded curtain and leaves you for a minute.
Well, I mean, I suppose we're alive and more or less fine. So there's that. If this is a wizard shop, who knows? Maybe there's something actually worthwhile in this place.
Yeah,
Do you
let's
have any
look around.
money since you just stole some biscuits?
Vic carefully pats himself down to see if he has any money without squishing any of his pastries.
Moth flies out.
Yeah.
Yeah, moth certainly flies out. I don't actually know if I have any money.
You
Should I
might.
have any
You
money?
should. You should. You probably have at least 10 gold.
Well, when we were in the Amber Temple, we found literally a hoard's worth of money, and I included you in the split. Vic, did you not get your share?
I don't think I did.
All right, I was holding it for you. I was just I was seeing if you were honest, and you know what, Vic? You passed. Good job.
All right.
Sam, I'm gonna send you how much money you got from the cut.
Cool.
All right. So, as this happens, after a minute, she kind of comes back through the door. She's definitely carrying like a, in one hand, like a plate that looks like just like a full like leg of chicken and some like mashed potatoes and peas, and she's bringing that in one hand, and she has a steaming mug in the other, which is steamed milk, Dominic. And she starts coming down the stairs, and she's like talking to someone through the door, and as this person comes through the door, it takes you a minute, but you can't believe who you see. We're going to pause here because you recognize who it is instantly. Vic, you've never met this person in your life.
Mm-hmm.
You recognize who it is after a minute. But we're going to cut to when the rest of the party, if they're with us, came in and finds you guys already shopping in this store. And you guys are like, oh my gosh, you'll never believe who was here. And they also see this person, because I'd like to do the reveal all at the same time for everybody. So if everybody's here, I don't know if Ralph is still with us.
Of course he is.
Excellent. All right. So you guys on your own side of the adventure have just come in. You find Dominic and Vic already kind of browsing, and you see a man standing at the end, kind of like mid-conversation or like mid-saying something to Dominic. And Dominic was like, you'll never believe who's here, and kind of turns, and you all, it takes you a minute. Again, takes you a minute because he's not what you expected. Because you were starting to think, I'm guessing more Kynan or something, right? Because Crazy Wizard Tower, like what? But you realize as you're looking at this man, it's impossible because he only left like a week ago and he was a boy. But somehow it's Victor and he's like in his like 30s and a wizard. And he's standing there. Yeah.
Hello, everybody, with a beard and a mustache.
Well,
You do some sort of time travel? Oh, you guys are safe.
And yeah.
where the fuck have you been? Sorry,
did
hold
you
on, Victor.
did you go through a strange nightmare realm of hallways and doors and
Yeah.
happenings you couldn't understand?
Did you see a
Something
giant
like
sea monster and like a weird
Nope.
reddish beach and like
Did you
Fucking
acquire?
birds.
Did you acquire a Medusa's head?
We did,
No.
and then it disappeared.
Vic,
do
stop
we still
lying.
have it? Do we still have
You
the
still
Oh
have
yeah,
it.
it's in my backpack. I have to close the eyes before we go through that.
Ours
Did
is
you
big. Yours
also
must be much
hate
better.
circles? I have to know. Did either one of you also hate circles? Asking for a friend named Charles.
You did
How
not find
dare
any
you.
particular hatred for Circle.
No. I did see you, Locke. I think
What?
so, for a brief moment, we were in a hallway of mirrors and shards and very, very bad things. And for a brief moment, I saw you like walk by a mirror shard or panel, and I tried to call out to you. Clearly, you couldn't hear me. And then the rats came, and the arms tried to grab me. It was a bad scene. It was a bad
So
scene.
sorry. If it was really me, I did not hear you. If it wasn't really me, that's a concern.
But you're here now, and that's what matters.
Also, that's
And-
really Dominic because I can sense his earrings. Just in case you were
Hello?
wondering.
Oh, you mean my vine
Ah.
motif earrings that I've been wearing the entire time we've been here?
Well, I located an object that I knew that was only familiar to you, specifically to find you, and that's
Oh, did you do my golden lyre or my vine earrings?
I
or
did
the
your
ring I
earring.
wear for.
no, I did
Oh, so
your vine earring.
excellent. Well done,
Well,
Charles.
it had to be something very specific. That could have been another magical loot in here. I doubt anyone else would have the same earring style as you.
Oh. Vic starts rifling around through his pockets, and he pulls out. Would anyone like a croissant?
Yes.
It is, in fact, a
Yes.
croissant.
Yes, I would also like a croissant.
Dominic steps behind Vic, and he's like,
I honestly, you know what? I'm gonna rain check.
I-
Rain check? And I'm like looking at you, right? Rain check.
He's just like walking around, like trying to
I
pass
will-
his croissant to
I will
somebody.
Charles
smell-
Henry, it's a little squished. It smells a little like dirt, but it tastes very much like the ones that you remember from home, and it's delicious.
This is not.
Oh, yes, apparently, Victor, from what I have understood, has married. By the way, good job, good job, lad.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Thanks.
has started this strange shop full
Yeah,
of nightmares.
I'm
and
sorry. It's not
terribleness.
supposed to be like this. Look. It's not usually like this, okay? That was an experiment of mine that has to do with like plane shifting and stuff. It's a long story. I started it like 10 years ago.
You
Just-
trapped a
it's-
man in a door.
It's a lot. What?
There's a man who's physically trapped in a door. He forgot
I'm
his
trapped
name.
in a
He's
door.
been there forever. He literally told us this.
Okay, look. My weird realm connects to a whole bunch of other places of things that have always been and some that have never been. So like, I didn't trap a dude in a door. So like, I don't know what that's about, but I definitely did not trap a dude. I think I would remember that. Maybe I haven't done it yet. Maybe there's a good reason why I did. I don't know. Anyway, point is, I've been spending like the past like 5 years or so popping in periodically to try and find you guys because yeah, I just kind of wanted to check in and see how you were doing, but like I wasn't sure. I kept getting the timing wrong. Like I think we showed up like 200 years ago by accident. It was like anyway, and some I wonder if that's the guy that got stuck in.
So,
I'm like wondering.
so wait, you left and time has continued on, and then you've returned,
Oh yeah.
and you were
No,
so,
I studied with Mordekainen for a while, but I kind of had to leave because it was kind of a bad scene. No offense, he just kind of was crazy. So I kind of set out on my own study, and I met Candace. And then yeah, kind of settled down and started my own wizard tower. Anyway, so this is my wizard tower.
I'm so confused right now. You're from the future, but now you're in the past.
Yeah.
Charles, don't
It's
think
a
about
good
it too
thing
hard.
we saved him. Just
It's
saying.
true.
Imagine
It's
if
true.
we had not saved this kid.
I am curious though. I would say young Victor, but man, you
Got a beard?
you truly are. Oh, by the way, guys, the whole time we've been talking, I have a
The
feather beard.
Oh my god.
And it's all
Feather
parrot
beard.
feathers. Like it's all
I was gonna ask
red
what kind of...
and greens and yellows of like parrot.
Oh, when one
like,
falls
yep.
off,
It's like da 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 da, just like it's any other day.
when one happens to fall off, Larkspur is going to put it in her satchel just so you
Nice.
know.
No, Victor, you said you've been searching for us. I feel like there was an intent behind that, unless I've read you wrong.
Oh well, yeah. So I was trying to find you guys because I was just checking in before you guys. Well, maybe I shouldn't give too much away. Like, I just was checking because I know you guys were gonna go after Strahd, and I just wanted to make sure you were all doing all right, and if you needed anything before you went to go check that out.
Could definitely use a very strong shot of something after what we've just been through. I'm just saying.
Dominic, did you get a haircut? I think I got a stroke.
Yeah.
His chin.
No, Dominic runs his hair through his
Yeah, you look a
wavy
little
brown
different.
locks.
Anything different with you that you would like to talk about?
Dominic like looks over his shirt. Oh, you know what? I believe I tore. And again, he kind of just magics the tear closed again.
That must
Oh,
be
thanks.
it.
Good eye, mate. Good eye. So Victor, I know that you're a bit of a man out of time, but you have come. I mean, I suppose your wizardly senses have correct, at least this time. We are sort of on. We are on Strahd's time right now. We are meeting him very, very short, and
Oh.
anything you could provide in that arena, I don't think any of us would say no.
Yeah, all right. Well, yeah, pretty much this whole shop, Candace's whole shop is at your service. I mean, I will have to charge you for stuff because, it's still my wife. I can't, like, just give away stuff. You can't give away my stuff. I'm not going to give away your stuff. It's
Not
fine,
Read.
Candace. Yeah, this is my wife. This is Candace. Candace, the half-orc, again, leans over and waves.
Oh no, she's a half orc. Yeah, this is Caitlin.
She's-
I'm
she's
already
hot.
sold.
She's hot.
Oh, fuck me up. Okay.
Vic,
Candace.
Vic, the other Vic. Victor did well for himself.
Candace makes a lovely cafe owner.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, she's the best. Yeah,
Uh,
so yeah, anyway, pretty much everything for here is for sale. Like pretty much we have everything that you could probably need. I mean, we've been kind of carrying around the stock for a while. Um but yeah, feel free to look around and if you want anything, just kind of let us know.
All right, well,
Sure.
yeah, what do you have? Let's look around.
Start looking around. Yeah, I'm going to go and keep working on my stuff unless you guys want to talk to me, but I'll come back.
Oh, well, you did say that you kind of stopped mid-sentence, that you were coming back before something happened to you. I am big in knowing the future, as that is part of my god's domain.
Okay.
So what were you saying?
Charles, tread carefully.
Yeah, no, I just, again, like I said, I just make sure that, the best possible future happens, so I just want to make sure you guys have everything that you need to succeed.
I'm glad the best possible future had me in it.
Yeah, I totally, sorry man, we've never met, my name's Victor, I hear you, Vic, that's cool, we have, like, the same name, practically, that's neat.
Yeah, it's very similar.
Yeah, anyway, yeah, they met me when I was, like, a kid, I would lived here in Philadelphia, but, they helped me kind of get out and get on my own, and I've been studying with a wizard, or I studied with a wizard, now I'm a wizard myself, that's pretty much it.
Weird.
It's nice to
You
meet you,
haven't-
strange hobo man. Cool,
You used
I
to
like
say
you.
a lot.
It's nice to meet you, wizard boy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a man now, but yeah.
Eh, that's debatable.
You haven't said dude once.
You
and for
haven't,
that,
yeah.
I am truly proud.
That
of you.
was like your catchphrase. If you were a doll, we pulled your string. That's what you would have said.
Oh, that's kind of sad. All right, I'm gonna go. Oh, let me get you guys stuff to like eat or drink. You guys want anything?
Well, hold on.
Yes.
Dominic, are there any special components we might need for that big ritual that only a wizard might have?
That is an excellent question, Charles. So we have our salt. Let me look at my notes. I believe I wrote down.
We have an
the-
amber.
Didn't I write down stuff?
I mean, I got a whole section of like spell components there. So like, there's like you see like there's a table like overflowing. Like if you've ever seen any of the scenes from Howl's Moving Castle, where you just kind of like look at a section of the house when you first enter it, and it was like everything's just falling everywhere. There are spell components spilling out on the floor. It's kind of messy. There's a whole section of just like that. Candace kind of looks at it and kind of grimaces and is like, "Yes, that's his section."
Understood.
Honestly, it looks like the attic he used to live in.
Yeah, he's not the cleanest. Anyway, I'm gonna go get you guys something. You guys want stuff? What do you want? I'll go get it.
I'll have a not
I'm
dirty
good.
croissant.
Yep, sure, I
I-
can get
I-
you some.
I said if you had anything strong to drink, that would be really nice.
You want like I don't know, like vodka, whiskey? Like what's your
Whiskey's good.
Whiskey's good? Okay. Whiskey it is. And everyone else?
I
More
would
pastries
also
would be great.
I would also have a whiskey if you
Okay,
have some
sure.
more.
I will have unsweetened.
Well,
Sure.
A wizard says he can get you anything you want, and you want plain iced tea.
I mean-
Charles, you're such a peasant.
Back when I worked, it was very refreshing on a hot day. You're digging.
I'm not saying it's bad. It's just very indicative of who you are.
That's a Charles order.
Very much so.
Here's your iced tea.
do I need to order booze to be cool or something?
No.
Yes.
I don't
I'm
care.
not ordering booze.
Listen, Vic, I barely know you, so
Uh-huh.
I don't really
I'm
take
trying
that.
to peer pressure you into drinking.
I will. You know what?
Whatever.
You know what? I'm going to spice it up. If you could do half iced tea, half lemonade.
Oh,
Ooh.
He's
living
feeling spicy
dangerously.
tonight.
Man, Charles, that's why I love you, man. Predictable but awesome. I love you. I'm gonna go get it. So he kind of disappears and goes off and does his thing. Wait, Vic, what did you do? Did you order anything from me or no?
Yeah, more pastries.
Right, you did.
It's,
Okay,
it's all
yeah.
mixed up.
He's gonna come back with everything and hand it to each of you. It's delicious. It tastes wonderful. Perfect. You know, whatever you wanted. It's cold. It's like really cold. It's nice. If it's hot, it's warm. Like yeah, you got like turkey legs and stuff to like stuff down your shirt too. Like as well as pastries. All the pastries you could want. They could rival. They're not as good as Charles Henry, but they could definitely rival your.
Vic, you don't need to live this way, man.
Anyway, yeah, Candace is kind of like adjusting the clothes on the racks. Like she's kind of just keeping herself busy in the store while you guys are starting to look around.
Yeah, I'm gonna start
So
looking
what you
around
guys
at
gonna
stuff.
do?
What kind of stuff is here for us to buy?
Yeah.
Everything. Just tell me what you're looking for, and I'll tell you if like, we have it and how.
Oh
Like
God,
there's,
that
I mean, there's like, okay, you've got like arcane.
staff of
Excuse me,
power.
arcane
Go crazy.
focuses. Hold on.
Yeah. What kind of magical wares that adventurers like
Yeah,
ourselves?
magical wares. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure he has some. So he has some. He has a bunch of scrolls.
Well, I like scrolls.
I don't think he has the staff. Give me a second. I'll check.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. That staff is insane.
Don't,
Okay,
don't,
he
don't
does
you
not
don't
have
you
that
dare give
staff.
Rennie that staff.
I'm not
I
getting
break
rid
it
of
over
that
my
staff.
knee before he gets it.
All right. Yeah, thank you. No, so yeah, so there's a whole bunch of spell scrolls you can see like tucked in between the spell components. Some of them are definitely stained. You see an hourglass, you see some you see potions.
Does he have diamonds?
There's tons of clothes. There's definitely a jewelry box that's overflowing with various gemstones in it, including diamonds.
Well, we definitely need to find outfits, and if this is a one-stop shop, I imagine we want to find our finest dinner wear.
Larkspur, are you gonna wear those clothes that you found in the basement, or do you want to look at the fancy clothes here?
Well, I'm gonna look at the fancy just to see if there's anything that strikes my fancy.
Great. Okay. Yeah, you definitely see that there are some lovely gowns. Weirdly, a lot of them are in your size. Very strange. And you know, there's like one that's like a beautiful like leaf green. It looks like it's cut in asymmetrical hemlines so that it kind of falls like leaves kind of would like down at the base of your feet and kind of floats gently onto the floor. It's like some light chiffon thing, and it's kind of like cut in a sweetheart neckline with like little like strappy straps up at the top. It's a little futuristic for the time period we're in, but that's what you
Right.
got.
But
But nice looking. Also, when you pull it out, you see that there is a capelet kind of built into the back that kind of flows down the back of the dresses.
that sounds so pretty.
Yeah, and there's more, but that's like what you see. Yeah, guys, there's definitely like various like, you know, suits, shirts, you know, robes, like full on like, you know, every like era almost. And again, weirdly you managed to find things that seem like they're in your size. You don't know if it's a magical shop, so when you touch something it's your size, or if these are picked for you. So
Strange magical request. Do you have any clothing that would go over armor to hide it? So that those who wear armor going into the situation could...
I mean, I could like charm stuff to do that, I guess, if I had to. Like I could make it so that like you wear it and you couldn't really tell that you're wearing armor, but I'll tell you, if anybody tries to like detect magic on you, they'd probably be able to tell pretty easily. Like, I mean, I don't know if there's like a high enough level thing I could do to like...
I'm just asking because if I go to this dinner and it becomes a throwdown, while Gremlin, his mere burliness protects him from being hurt, I myself wear half plate and it's a little obvious.
Right. So yeah, we can do that. Just pick out what you want to wear and I'll make it happen.
Well, I mean, I already have these fancy priest robes that Dominic got me for the winter fest.
That darling got me. Yeah, no. Yeah, okay, well then, yeah, I guess you could just wear those. I'll just give them to me,
should I wear priestly garb, or should I wear a new outfit? I'm not really used to having new...
I mean, here's the thing. You know, fashion is all about making a statement, Charles. I know this is new to you, but you've dressed mostly for utility, right? Comfort, it will hold up in rigorous activity, right? When you are thinking fashion, you are thinking, what am I telling everyone what I'm wearing? Now, we are going into Strahd's house, literally the greatest enemy we've ever known. Do you want to go in as, I want to look better than you? Or do you want to show that you are the Raven Queen's champion through and through?
Why don't I do both? Why don't you give me a very fancy like robe that has like sun across it with a raven's head in the center. Like, kind of coming in. Very much like the Voldespar symbol.
Candace is like, I can make that. I'm good at it, and I can do
So,
it fast.
almost
I
like
know little
a
magic.
kimono or something that could
Okay.
look like a flowing robe that is also fancy, but wouldn't be out of place for a fancy priest to wear, but not a priest
Okay.
vestment.
Yeah, I can make that, and I can embroider it, because with magic it doesn't take much time. I mean, it'll probably take a couple hours, like, if that's okay. Do you have a couple hours?
I mean, I think we have a day before the big, like, tonight we
I
rest,
don't
and
actually
then
remember.
so tonight I think we rest, and then tomorrow is the dinner. Got pushed because we
Hmm.
came into town, we kidnapped that guy, then we went, then we took it, then did we rest, or did we just go to the? I think we then just went right to the shop. No, we took a rest. We were going to the shop in the morning. This is the morning. So
I think it's this evening. Mate.
All right.
We're pretty much preparing whatever we're wearing here, and then we're having a quick chat about sort of stratagem. And then do we have to set up our ritual site, or no? We sent the stuff with our allies to set up the ritual site, so as soon as we arrive, we can just begin the ritual. Yeah,
But we
because we needed the salt, the amber. I feel like there's
we have the lanterns that are being blessed that we have to pick up.
lanterns, right?
That's why I thought we had one more day. But I could be wrong.
I thought it was. I don't remember. I thought it was today, but I could be wrong. It might be the next day. I'm not sure, because I don't remember how long you spent in Amber Temple. I'd have to go back and, like, actually check, which I can do. But anyway, yeah, but I can do that for you. I'll try and make it go as quickly as possible, so you're not, like, waiting too long.
Well, your husband's domicile seems to have some strange properties with time. Perhaps that will work in our favor.
It definitely. I mean, leaving here, you could just go out the back door, and there's clearly has the exit written on it. It's like, that'll just take you right back out to the street, so you don't have to go through all that.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the fancy clothes too, because while Dominic looks mostly good, and now he wears armor and a shield.
Sure.
He's not dressed to impress anymore.
Yeah, there's pretty much a wide array of, like, everything that you could want here. So
cool.
Yeah, and you see, like, various like shirts that are, like, deep indigo blues, and, like, that are just, like, very rich purples. Like, you see, like, everything.
Awesome. Dominic
So
finds a mirror and starts doing the, like, this with this. No, not this.
I don't think it goes with your feathers.
No. Oh, right.
Oh yeah, after an hour in here, the feather. Or no. Next time you. That's right.
Yeah. I'm waiting for a moment.
I know. Yeah.
So Dominic, like, keeps, like, this with this. No, I mean, you're right. The feathers. Maybe I'll wear a shawl or something to cover. We'll see. And Julia, I'm just gonna kind of put together an outfit. I'm thinking very kind of like Royal Navy coat with, like, crushed. What's the word for? It's not velvet.
Ascot?
That.
Yeah,
like
velvet.
a cravat,
velvet.
like that kind of like crushed cravat, ruffle going down.
Yeah, an ascot.
An ascot, yeah. With like a kind of like a big, almost not. That's not a trench coat, obviously, but kind of. It's like it could be a pirate coat if the light hit it right, kind of thing. Like, it's not a pirate coat, but, like, it's pretty close. And some deep hues of and purples underneath.
Nice. So, like, also, this isn't really, like, a store thing, but this is, like, a me thing. Like, we also have, like, I have, like, like, a bathroom, like, if you guys want to, like, use it, like a, like, a bath in it and everything. Like, if you want to take baths before you guys go see Strahd, like, you're free to use it. Like, there's endless hot water, so it's not, like, way.
Victor, does time flow differently here? Do we have more time in here? Or does it
have
flow
a little more time? Like, you probably have, like, maybe, like, let's see, what time is it now? And he kind of, like, looks up to this, like, weird magical clock on the wall that none of you can read. You have no idea what it means. And he just kind of stares at it for a minute, and he's like, you definitely have time. Like, I'd say like maybe like 5 hours or so.
Well, Vic, are you getting something fancy to replace your dust-covered robes?
I was just gonna stuff my dust-covered robes with breakfast foods, but
I mean, if we're gonna get, I'm sure it doesn't cost. How much are these outfits? I'm sure we can pay.
I don't know. We'll have to calculate it out, man.
I mean, I'm sure we could afford it. It's just a matter of like, you know.
Well, if we remember, we have to go to this fancy dinner under the pretense of a fancy dinner, so that we can get close enough and it can be you know, we need to remember if we play into, I think what we read, if we play into Strahd's ego, it makes things go smoother. But the moment we don't, is when things will turn. So we want to get in, I think, as close, and we don't also know what other threats are in his castle.
Okay.
We don't.
Yes,
We don't.
I will pick some things out. Vic says, so he sort of turns around and starts going through the
And a
clothes.
bath.
And he pulls out like he pulls out nicer clothes, obviously, than what he's wearing, but it's like the most out of date or like the oldest out of style, like something you would get handed down from like your great grandmother clothes. Like it's like nicer clothes, but he obviously picked like he just, you're not sure if he has terrible taste or if he just intentionally chose the worst options, but he sort of just is like barely crossing the bar. And he sort of comes back and has like a big smile on his face. He's like, all right, I think I did it.
That is a very poofy shirt.
It's extremely
Vic,
poofy.
what were you trying to do?
Get
Like
the
floral
right
pants
clothes
in
for
this
a
century? What are
fancy
you
dinner.
going?
You have dressed for your great aunt's funeral, so kudos to you. But that I would not say qualifies for fancy. If may I help you, Vic? As apparently we have a bond, nightmare realm together.
All right, yeah. You can help me. Just you.
I promise I'll be gentle.
All right, I'm gonna go take a bath. You pick some clothes. We're gonna make this work.
Thank Tamora.
I guess I will also take a bath.
Ooh, together, how nice.
I would not take bath if any of you tried to make me.
Listen,
I,
he made you before. He made you before.
Gremlin,
You
it's
did?
only because we are so dear friends that I'm not forcing you to take a bath.
And I appreciate this, friend.
Julia,
Yes.
while looking in the dresses, could I perhaps have found this dress? If I can post it. Where should I post it?
You can post it.
Uh,
Where should you post it?
yeah.
The chat is fine. The spoopy undead folks chat for now.
Undead
I can
folks.
always show people later.
So like this with like pink flowers kind of sewn into it.
You can post it into the Twitch chat too if you want to show them.
Okay, I will. I
will allow it. Oh, I love that. That's so pretty.
With like pink flowers on the bottom growing up with like vines, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, 100% you find that dress in there.
Okay. And it's my size, I'm hoping?
It is exactly your size.
Here's the dress, if anybody's interested. Thanks to Em because she sent me it a while back, and yeah, I'm glad that it exists. So Lark's gonna grab that, and I also was wondering if perhaps while looking through the things there was a nature's mantle cloak.
Let me look through and see what it all involves.
I also have a question about spell scrolls.
Sure. Oh yeah, there's a lot. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, I'm gonna say you can have that. There's totally one of those there. I have to see how much it is.
Okay. She's just gonna grab it and not buy anything yet. She's just kind of piling things on her arm.
I mean, I don't know what's available to buy magically, because I would be interested in things, but I don't know what's there, and Charles doesn't know magic.
So so when you pull out the cloak, like Candace kind of rushes over to you and she's like, "Oh, what a beautiful cloak! I love this cloak. I've had it for a while. I warn you, it's kind of pricey, just so you know. They're pretty rare, so like, it's a lot, but you know, I don't know. It's up to you if you think it's worth it. But I'll tell you what. If you buy it, I will throw in the dress for free.
How much is it?
Technically, it's worth 2,000 gold.
Okay. Let me see how much gold Lark has. I don't think that's how much she has, but we're gonna find out.
I mean, you as a party have a lot of. And didn't you guys just get a whole bunch?
Yeah,
We do have quite a bit of coin amongst us.
it is not $2,000 kind of gold though.
It
Some of those gems are.
probably is.
That's true. I haven't sold any of the gems yet.
I mean, I know you got at least 1,000 plus from the Amber Temple. I also have our money, which you can certainly draw from.
I'm gonna sit on it for now, if that's okay.
Think about it. Think
Absolutely.
about
Yeah,
it. I mean,
absolutely.
you know, I've been carrying it around for a while. Don't really have a use for it myself, but it's definitely it was handcrafted by a druid back in Neverwinter, and yeah, it'd be hard to find one here. Say that. Sorry, chat. Larkspur's Venmo.
Yeah, I'll pick out an outfit for Vic that essentially. So just to clarify, Vic, you're sort of pale, but you have those. Are they golden? Like the golden markings? Are they silvery?
Vic has golden eyes,
Okay.
and that's like the main feature that differentiates him from just like a normal
Okay.
human. He's not the most handsome Asimar you've ever seen.
That's fine.
He's
So
not ugly. He's not. He's like just like looks like a normal dude, which is like sort of scuffed for an Asimar, but like you can
Right.
see the golden eyes.
yeah, I definitely pick out something that's very clean in palette. A lot of a lot of whites and off whites, but a lot of golden accents, like gold on the cuffs, gold on the collar. You know, little hints of that gold that bring out the eyes as well.
Nice.
You
Yeah,
know,
each of your fine clothing is 15 each
15
set,
gold.
except for Larkspur's if she gets thing. But just so you know.
I have a weird question,
Hmm.
Victor. Do you have scrolls of disintegrate?
Let me check, man. Let me
I
see.
mean, you're a wizard now, so. Oh, do you want to buy these spell books? I literally cannot do anything with them.
Oh, yeah, sure, man. I love selling spell books.
Yeah, I
I
have
do not
like
have.
a handful.
I do not have one.
No disintegrate. That's fine, mate. It's fine.
Guys, roll me. Each of you roll me a d100 and give me the number. Jean, you go. Or sorry. Yeah. Rennie, you go first because I know you've got it in hand.
30.
Okay. Yeah, I've got one of Fireball. All right. Jean.
92.
Ooh.
I have one of Dominate Person, it looks like. Larkspur.
Rolling.
Mm-hmm.
D100.
Sorry, I was trying to do the math. D100. Okay, give me 1 second. If I can. So that's this one and the 10, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So 74 or 704? I don't know. 74.
74.
You're right. Sorry. I have one of Telekinesis. Sorry. Ralph, did you roll me one?
93.
I have one of Lehman's Tiny Hut. Sam, did you roll me one?
I got a 4.
Nice.
Big B's Hand.
Dibs.
And Charles Henry. What did you roll, Jean?
I already told you.
Oh, you already rolled? Never mind. Someone roll me one more. Just because I feel like it.
$17.
And one of Hold Monster.
That one. That's one we need. That one.
Okay. Telekinesis, Hold Monster, Big B's Hand. Definitely those.
All right, yeah. The spell scrolls will cost you. Wait, that can't be right. I'm reading this wrong. Sorry, I'm trying to find the spell scrolls. There they are. Yes. So, your guys are friends. I'll say 75 gold piece.
75 each or 75 total?
75 each. I can't do total. I wish I could.
Yeah. I put down all 225. I put
Yep.
down 225 gold.
So,
All right.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Either I'm not doing the math right, or I don't have enough gold.
Did you see the post that I made in? Yeah, you should, and you added all that to your character sheet.
I did. That gave me. Sorry, I'm trying to pull it up. 246 gold, and then I just did the math for the rest of them. Unless I might have missed a number when I was putting it in. Maybe I missed a number.
Did you divide what he sent you by the number of people in the party by accident?
Maybe. Maybe. I'm trying to find it right now. So it was a while ago. I might have did the math wrong or just missed like a number when I was putting it into D&D Beyond.
Yeah, it should come out to around 1160. Like 1160 gold, like 1160 is how much roughly you should have gotten from just that pile.
You know what? I might not have even added my gold. I think I did the copper and everything first. So 1160, you said?
Yeah, here I'll post it to you.
Sorry, thank you. All right. I definitely
dude,
didn't
no
add
problem.
the gold if that was the case.
Yeah, all of it is mostly in like garbage money, but together it makes real money.
I was gonna say, because I definitely did the silver and the copper and the electrum, or the electrum, but I didn't do the gold, it seems, because like I have like 6,500 copper right now.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
So 225 gold. I need to write down all the dope scrolls.
You guys looking for anything else? Any kind of weapons, stuff? What do you need? Spell component pouches?
I think we're good on that, I believe.
I mean,
Do you have any rapiers of any great power or skill?
didn't you just find that new rapier?
Yeah, shut up. How about that?
All right. I was just saying.
No, I
let's
understand me.
see.
This rapier has... It comes with a price.
Oh, there's a rapier over there that's 25 gold, the one hanging on the wall. And you look at it, and it's a fairly nice standard rapier. I don't know if it's like magic or anything though, but I could magic it for you.
I mean, how much time would that take, mate?
An hour.
Oh, well, I feel like we have an hour. Telekinesis, Hold Monster, Big Beast.
And Candace is like smacking him in the arm, like, I've told you, you have to charge for that stuff. Man, I'm not gonna charge them.
Listen, I'm kind of Victor's first teacher, so...
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, first teacher. That's Dominic. That's Dominic. Dominic Darling. Darling Dominic. There we go. I remembered. We're good.
You are correct both ways, my friend. Listen, if you have the time and the will to magic it, I would happily take from former student to current friend, or what was, shall we say, associate. I mean, I don't know.
Definitely. I can do that.
Beyond spell scrolls, beyond the nature mantle, which, by the way, Larkspur, if you would like it, you can have it. I will buy it for you.
Oh, you don't have to do that, Dominic. I'm just not very good at math, even in the game world.
You feel that?
I understand.
I am not familiar with exchange rates, honestly. How does silver
Worlds?
translate into gold?
I believe it's every 10 silvers, 1 gold, mate.
Correct, Candace says.
I mean,
And what about this electrum that you love so much?
it's worth half a gold.
It
It's
is
worth half a
pointless.
gold.
All
It's
right,
worth pointlessness.
I'll go a little weird. Do you have any belts of giant strength?
Roll me another percent.
That is an 11.
You know, I had one and I sold it before we came here. I'm so sorry, man. That would have been great, but
Well,
no.
I would like to find out if you have any shields that are
Oh yeah, we got a
more
whole like
protected than this one.
shield. I don't know what kind of more protective you're looking for, but the shields up on that wall
Magic
are
ones.
that shield there for 25 gold is a magic shield. That one. Just watch out because sometimes it rattles when it gets mad.
Weird.
But not when you get mad, so that's good, right? Just when it decides it's angry.
all right. Secondary question. This might be crazy. Do you have illusionist braces?
Roll me a D100 die, please.
I'll ask for the moon. I don't know what you if you don't have an inventory.
I will say,
doubt
Charles,
I have those.
41.
What were you gonna say?
I was going
Nick?
to say, listen, I think we could be here all day asking Victor about his inventory. I think we have our clothing. Honestly, I think that maybe in this safe space that Strahd can't really get at, this is not a bad place to have our heroes feast. And then maybe do a bit of strategizing. Because, I mean, honestly, we're going to see Strahd within 24 hours. Let's kind of talk about, like, I know we're playing along his gimmick or whatever, but, are we saying, Gremlin, when we start talking about cream cheese, you go fucking bananas and stab him? Do you want? Let's do a little planning. So, there's going to be many eventualities. Going to be. We don't know exactly what's going to happen, but if we at least have a game plan in mind, it may be all for naught. But
Oh no, I have a game plan. I think a game plan is after dinner we kill him.
I feel like that is an overall game plan, Gremlin. But do we want you to be first strike? Do we have some sort of like this? Now we have a scroll of hold monster. Do we want to try that? And
Well,
if it works,
so my thought
and
is
that's what I'm saying. Let's finish our purchases, have our heroes feast, and discuss.
well, that's why I was saying, Victor, you know what we're going against. You may have seen this future. You know what we can do. Are there any items that you might be willing to sell us that would be helpful in this situation? That you know about? That is really the question. More than I'm not. I don't know everything you
Yeah, no.
have.
I feel like you guys have pretty much everything that you need. I just you had stuff that you needed to get.
Do you have any items that help protect against someone being charmed by this vampire stare? Because if by chance someone like myself or Larkspur got turned, it would be harder for us to bring the other party members out of it.
I don't know. Let me look around and see what I have. How about this? Why don't you guys take a minute and relax, take your baths, that sort of a thing, and I'll look and see what I've got in my inventory.
All right.
That sounds fair.
Sound good?
I guess yes. Thank you, Victor. You've been most amenable even with your silly nightmare defenses.
Sorry. Yeah, man. I gotta keep it safe from Strahd, you know.
As far as the Strahd defense goes, it's not the worst. It's just, it's a whole thing, man.
Yeah, it's kind of over the top of it, but you know, planar shift, man. It's crazy. It's crazy the stuff you'll find around, you know.
All right. Well, listen.
So
Again, good.
no, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna start the Strahd talk of how do we do this.
Before you guys do that, I was gonna say, do you want game take a break? Because that's what I was going to try and pause you. I feel like we all could use like a 10-15 minute.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
That
Yep.
sounds perfect.
After we come back, you guys can strategize, and then I'm gonna say let's end it after you strategize, or like when you guys are leaving to for Strahd at that point. Because I, due to technical difficulties, was unable to set up my maps for Ravenloft, and I want to make sure that they are perfect before we go there. So yeah, let's say take a break, come back, strategize, figure out what you're doing, and then head to the castle. All right.
A-okay.
Awesome. All right, we're gonna take then a 15-minute break thereabouts, guys, and we'll be back at what time will that be? 10...
Probably around 10:30ish.
Yeah, we'll say 10:30. We'll be back at 10:30. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Vol d'Espoir, Curse of Strahd. And really quick, obviously we're back from break. Really quick, normally I would save the announcements for the end, but just because today is so special, I wanted to take a second to stop and again say, again, thank you guys so much for helping us get to affiliate. We would not be here without your support. This started as, sort of a grouping of family and friends, and really have you part of our family too, and all the happening is just, we're so appreciative for that, so thank you so much. Yeah, and really quick, I also want to shout out to all the new subscribers that we got, because that's awesome. So thank you to Go Vorpal, Mrs. Hades, me, Cappy Zoom, It's Avi, thank you Sam, SS Mordred, and of course Ocelota77, we love you, players and creators, and here, just amazing. And also thank you for the follow. I'm gonna try and say this, Lux Center Fictorum, if I said that right. We really appreciate you there. And also I wanted to give a shout out for one of our new graphics that we have up during the ads for Lost Legacy. That was made by Grant Wilson. He's also from over at the Players and Creators channel. He's amazing. He does great graphic design. Thank you so much for doing that for us. It's because of all of you that we can actually do this and continue, so we really appreciate it, because it's awesome and exciting, and I don't know. I feel like I had something else to do. Whatever, I'll say more at the end. But now let's get back into the game. So where we left off, everybody was shopping. Pretty much it. We're going back into more shopping. You guys, anyone who goes into the bathroom definitely has weird potion bottles that are kind of mismarked and you're kind of afraid of up on a shelf. But otherwise, it's a very nice bathroom. The water, takes a minute to come on, and you hear banging pipes in the walls. But then it's a very nice, warm, very nice, not shower. I guess it's a bath. But anyway, the bath is very very.
Victor,
Yeah.
by chance, I know this is a weird. Would you have an
What?
amulet of the devout to the Raven Queen?
Why do you ask me these things after the break when I could have looked them up? I don't know. Let me look.
It would be random. You may have picked it up in your planar travels.
I don't know, but I did think of something that you might want, any of you guys, because we do, just so you know, we do have a ring of spell storing, and he kind of gestures to this glass case that's locked, and he's like, but it is 25,000 golds. But I did want to point it out to you.
Sure. How could
Let
you
me
be so
see-
cruel?
See if we have
Rude.
So cruel.
amulet devout.
You know what? You hold on. We might be able to afford this ring. I'm going through some crap, and my bag of holding, I'm just making a small mountain behind Dominic of random, totally not stolen stuff that I've accumulated over our time.
Candace definitely comes over to check it out, what's that, and starts looking at stuff, and it's I'd buy that. I'd buy that.
I'd buy that.
Starts looking at all your random shit that you're pulling out. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I don't know if
I'm already up to 10,000 gold. So hold on to your butts. We might be getting that ring.
I don't know. Out of game gene, it looks kind of broken for clerics. I don't know.
It is equally as good as.
Stacking abilities. Is it?
It's equally as good as most casters have a version of that item. But if you say no, you're the GM. I'm arguing. It's just I was looking for a useful item. I was like, even the uncommon one would be good.
It's specifically, most of the opinions is that it's extremely broken.
Yeah,
for cleric.
yeah.
I would need to think about it, because you have a lot of stuff that lets you do a lot, and you already have the Amulet of the Raven kind.
Yeah,
so
I have two items currently.
And you have your bead necklace thing. So I don't know.
That's fine.
I'll think about it. All right. Meanwhile, what was the other thing somebody was asking for? You already asked about the shield during break, Ralph. Yes, it's a +1 magic shield.
And it rattles.
And it rattles when it's angry, what that means.
Question.
Yes.
Can Victor hypothetically enchant my armor, which is armor of the beast, to give me what I read is up to 2 additional wild shape forms a day?
No.
No?
Yeah, that's a lot.
Crazy town.
That's a lot. However, I think you still have that, like we were saying earlier, I think you still have that totem that should have given you an extra wild shape per day. Was it long rest or was it short rest? Because I thought it was short rest.
It
Was it
might
long
have been
rest?
short rest, actually, now that you said that. It was a bear form
It
specifically, I
basically gives
think.
you a third, it basically gives you a third free wild shape, which is darn nice. I just worked a
Oh,
magic. I
yeah, that was
gained what
great.
I have for
Um,
that. So.
Actually, to be fair,
okay.
so with that magical clothing, could he enchant my armor as glamored half plate?
What does that mean?
There's a studded leather glamored. Well, there's a
It
stud.
doesn't do much except change its appearance.
I think
Julia,
Yeah,
the
well,
only thing it does is change
basically-
its appearance.
That's
It also
basically
makes
what
the
I'm
armor
doing
plus
anyway.
1.
Okay, that's fine. That I don't mind because you're a caster anyway. Well, you're kind of.
I'm a lot of things.
I
Don't
don't
put me in
mind
a
that
box.
because basically that was what I was gonna do for you anyway. Because we were gonna make it look like it was something else. Oh, but you were gonna do the robes. Yeah, he'll do your armor instead.
And I can make it look like anything I want.
Sure.
Can I put you on the spot for some prices? Would you be willing to?
I can
give
try.
me some-
Yes. Go ahead.
All
what
right,
do you need?
I have a spellbook from Vilnius. It's probably not great, but it's still a
God.
spellbook.
All right.
I have a spellbook
I have a thing for that.
of this Arcanoloth, which is very powerful. Yeah, very many spells.
Oh, yes, he did.
Oh, we gave Exathantha his spellbook back. Didn't
I think you
Never
did.
mind. I don't have that spellbook.
I mean, we have a Lich's phylactery, if that's worth anything.
You have a what? Candace is like, no, and he's like, but I gotta see it. No, I can put it in one of my demi-plates. No.
I mean, I would trade you that for that to help the party, but if not, I'm destroying it.
So, yes, I have those 2 spellbooks and a Tome of Alchemy.
Tome of Alchemy, he will give you 2,500.
You're a beautiful man, Victor. You grew up to quite a mensch.
I'm trying to find the spell books. Here we go. Okay, he will give you they're like for the normal spell books that are not the Arcanoloth ones, he'll give you 75 gold pieces.
For Vilnius, that's fine.
Okay. So just the one. And then he will give you 100 gold for the Arcanoloths.
Fan-fucking-tastic.
Candace is kind of like towing the giant chunks of golden statue. Like, are you gonna do something with these? Because like I feel like we could shave him down and make him.
Well, here's the deal. I have 14 massive chunks of a golden statue. I was hoping to get 1,400 gold, but you know, if you have a better offer, I'll take it.
She kind of like whispers in, Victor's ear, and they're kind of like talking quietly back, and she's like, "Yeah, we'll do it."
1,400, perfect.
Yep.
Also, how much was it for the enchantment on my armor? Because you never told me.
Sorry.
No.
Hold on. I actually have to look it up. Hold on. I had the thing in front of me, and now I lost it. Trying to do this real quick.
No problem.
On the fly.
I'm cleaning up my notes so much, guys. This is great.
100 gold. Is that too much?
Too little, I think.
That's like what it says. Is the normal cost for like doing a spellcasting service.
I mean, if he's giving me a discount because he's enchanting, it's a powerful enchantment. That's the only reason why.
Okay, fine. Then 400 gold. That's the next one up. So I'm gonna say that's probably more accurate.
Cool.
All right. I have a guide to fine wine and a poetry anthology. Are you interested in either of those?
The fine wine, I'll pay you 25 gold.
Done.
Poetry, 18.
25 and 18. 3.
We're being raided.
Hey.
Ooh, hooray!
Hey, welcome.
raid!
Shopping. Oh, players and creators. Yeah, hey, how you guys doing? Thanks for that. Oh, and thanks for the bits, by the way. Whoever's been giving bits, that's great. I just
That's so
noticed.
sweet.
I'm eating
All
grapes
right.
now.
Nice.
It's not updating that
All
we're
right,
getting
let's
bits.
see.
I'm
Let's
mad
keep
at
going.
Stream Elements.
All right.
That's a
I
16.
have a set of Taroka cards wrapped in silk.
Mm. Aren't those these are enchanted, man. These belong to somebody. I'm not gonna take these.
Yeah, I
These are
think we have to go speak to the people anyway, don't we?
Didn't you
I don't
take
know.
them from somebody's wagon?
It's
Did
been
you take them from somebody's wagon that you're hoping to take with you to go fight Strahd?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, maybe you
I
don't
mean-
want to sell that.
Fine. I have Cloven's fiddle. Isn't it a golden fiddle or something?
Oh
Wasn't it
yeah, it's a
special?
golden fiddle.
How
It
much
is a
would you?
golden fiddle.
How much would you? This very fine, never touched by a mutant person's hands fiddle.
What is?
That was oddly
It's
specific.
specifically
worries.
touched by a.
I'll give you 50 gold for it.
I love it.
Golden viol, perfect. Victor's
Julia,
like, I can take up the fiddle again, and Candace like snatches it from him. She's like, not while I'm living. No, no.
I have feathers of a Deva. Are you interested in angel feathers? Listen, that's just some good wizard stuff. So
I love
I
wizard
figured that
shit. Victor's like,
figured-
I love wizard shit. I'll buy it.
they're like 500 gold a feather, right? If you'd like a deception check.
Are they?
One. Dominic is literally just making shit up.
I don't think they're 500 gold, man.
Fine,
Hold on.
100 gold a feather.
How many you got?
12.
You should probably keep. You should probably keep like one for yourself.
I'm gonna keep 2, but I figured I'd sell you 10.
Let me see if there's something like equivalent on my list here.
It's a rare component. You don't
Is
get
it a
angel
rare
feathers.
component? Like actually, like out of game? Like what is that actually?
I mean, yes and no. There's probably not a specific spell that's like angel feathers, but like to a wizard, you know, extra planar bits of people, that's kind of their jam.
Yeah. I was thinking more like, I don't know, like you were saying 100 gold a piece? How
Yeah.
much did you say a piece?
100 gold
Yeah.
a feather.
I can do that.
You're a good bloody man. That's 1,000 gold. I have this ancient half plate. Do you want it?
Is it like all beat up? Is it like super like shitty, or...
No, we got this in. It might have been the Dragon Mansion, the Waffle House. I don't remember.
It could have been in that giant treasure trove with the golden
No,
chariot.
it wasn't. Because I know where I got it on the list, so it couldn't have been in the new treasure hoard. I believe it's from the Waffle House, or it was like a decent set of plate mail, but the style was of
It's
an
old.
ancient time.
Oh,
So like
yeah.
it's serviceable but more decorative. I mean,
would
half
give
plate
you-
normally goes for like 750. So if you want to give me, 750, that'd be great.
Half. It does, in fact, go for 750. Nice number. 7.
I have these torture implements. Don't ask me where I got them, but they are all made of silver.
Ooh.
There's a
Victor,
little crust.
Again, starts reaching for them, and Candace is like, "Stop it! No!" I mean, we'll buy him, but don't. He's not allowed to have him.
How much
How
money worth of diamonds do you?
much do you need?
All of your
Uh,
diamonds, please.
I will say we are rapidly approaching 16,000 gold. Just so everyone's aware of where we are
Yeah,
standing.
you keep selling, but I might need some extra diamonds.
I've never felt more alive than this moment.
As long as you are having fun, Dominic, that is all that matters.
All right,
I
I'll
assumed-
give you 15 gold for the weird silver implement. Or no, I'll give you 25 gold for. They're kind of weird. The torture
Done.
instruments. All right.
25.
Candace again takes them away from her.
How much amber do we need for our ritual? You know?
An
I
amount.
believe you needed a chunk of amber, so one chunk. So all
One
the rest you can
chunk?
sell. Mm-hmm. I believe that was
So-
the instructions.
I have 600. Well, I have a bunch of chunks of amber. I figure I'm gonna keep this big chunk, but I'll sell you all these other chunks for 500 gold.
Wow. Yeah. Sure. Why not?
Great stuff.
I
Sorry,
feel like
everyone.
people are
I
gonna
don't
buy
mean
these.
to be
I mean, where are you gonna sell all this stuff in Barovia? Let's.
Exactly. No,
This is
Victor,
a good point.
you are a godsend. No idea. I have the sling bullets, which are enchanted. There's 10 of them, and they hit a little harder, and they're very magical. I have 10 of them. They're +1. What did you say? 1,000 gold, right? That
Is that what they're
sounds
worth?
fair. Again, Julia, I'm just making sure.
I know. I'm gonna look to see. I don't think our bullets aren't.
It's an
Essentially, it's +1 ammunition.
So then that would be like 2 gold a piece normally.
Yeah, so a set of like silvered bullets, which would be 20, is 101 gold or something.
So it'd
That's
be like
silvered.
100 gold a piece. So 100 times 10. Yeah. All right. Sure. I don't know where I'll find these again. This is pretty.
I'm
sweet.
sure this is terrible stream content. I'm not gonna
I'm
lie.
sorry, guys. Yeah, this is what shopping episode like.
Listen,
We'll
it
finally get
happens.
there.
I have 2 things left, and then I'm gonna shut up. A pipes of haunting, which are super magical. I
Holy
just
shit.
don't know how to play the pipes.
Really? You can play everything.
I can't play everything. I can play a number of instruments. I cannot play the pipes.
That's not. You just decided not to take pipes. That's not one
I
you
just
took.
I took the instruments that I thought Dominic would take, and then you gave us pipes of haunting, and it's very specific in the magic item. You can only use this magic item if you have
okay.
the.
Because normally, I know normal stuff it would be like 45. So like I don't know what magic them. I guess it would be like 100.
I think it lets you cast fear. Like they're straight up.
I mean,
like, magic.
what's the rarity of it?
I'd have to check. All right, we'll go back to that. I have a silvered rapier with a pink glass hilt, a lady special. If you, are you interested in that?
Candace is like, I'm gonna keep it for myself. Are you kidding me? Yeah, she'll give you. Candace will. I don't know. I don't remember how much I charged you for the other man.
How about 100 gold?
That's what I was gonna say. 100 gold.
Perfect.
I don't know how much those pipes are worth.
I'll look up
like,
that rarity
regular
right now.
regular pipes would be like between 30 and 45.
Oh yeah, no,
so
I
I'm
understand.
Thinking, like maybe
These
150.
So they are an uncommon magic item.
Yeah, I'd say 150.
Done.
All right.
All right, I'm just gonna count coins with this abacus over here. You folks deal with.
All right. I understand you guys were interested in maybe some potions.
Yes.
So I've got. Go ahead.
I just had inquiry about more armor, but we could do the potions first.
So I don't have a belt of any kind of strength, but we do have a potion of hill giant strength. That's like 500 gold. So I've got that. We have several potions of potions. Potions of where'd it go? Yeah, we got a couple healing potions. Potions of greater healing. That's what they're also worth 500 gold. But I'll give you a deal if you get like one for each of you instead of 2,500. I'd give it 1,500.
I don't know. I don't know if I trust potions all that much.
Why don't you trust them, Greg?
Who knows what is in them?
Yeah, some of them are like weird, like.
I mean, I guess you make a point. Anyone can tell you there's anything in a potion bottle. Right?
It's true.
Exactly. It's not like there is some kind of governing body regulating what goes into these potions that we put into ourselves.
I mean,
go ahead.
No, you make a strong point, Gremlin. I don't have anything to add. That's quite an observation, actually, mate.
To be fair, Gremlin has lived in Barovia most of his life, and I don't blame him for being hesitant on anything at this point.
All right, the abacus has tallied everything, and it's 17,630.
Good thing that they're rich.
I mean,
They're like, that seems legit. They like start dragging out like a gold, like trunks filled with gold coins, and they're like, this one is 10,000 gold. Here, have this. They take a bunch of your shit. They're like, here, this is 7,000. They basically like drop several bags of gold in a trunk at you.
how much would you pay for a Medusa head? Out of curiosity.
A Medusa head? Where the heck did you get a Medusa head?
It was inside your weird ass shop.
No. And she's like,
yes.
you Medusa's running around in there. You need to control your shit, Victor. What is going on? You cannot have Medusas before people get in the store. Like, oh my god. He's like, man, it's just demi-planes, man. I don't know where they go. Like, they're just everywhere. It's like, you just gotta go with the flow and get through. It's like, no, and there's Medusas. I'll bet it killed people before they can even get here.
Well, it only
fighting.
turned one person to stone, but that person's free somewhere in your weird house.
Great. What else is free in his weird ass house?
It is a bit of a weird house. I like it, but it is very weird, yes.
I'm gonna reach into my backpack and feel around the head and close the eyes without looking at it.
Okay, you do so. That's right, because the last time you used it, you were using it to freeze the weird things in the sky and your weird stuff. All right. So look, all right, fine. Medusa head. I don't know, man. I would give you a lot for it. You sure you don't want to keep it? Wouldn't that be more useful to you to keep it?
It might be, but this ring of spell turning might aid Larkspur in a way that I cannot think. That a Medusa head is cool, yes, but I'd have to preserve it and maybe enchant it.
I'll give you 10,000 gold for it. She's like, are you serious? He's like, dude, when am I ever gonna get a Medusa head? I don't want to go looking for Medusas, okay? She's
Well,
like,
apparently
oh
you
my
might
God.
get one in one of the demi-planes, so...
Yeah, no, he's not allowed to go into his own demi-planes, because last time that happened, he, like, ended up bringing home, like, a griffin, and it was, like, running around the house, and it was a problem, so he's not allowed to go in them anymore. He's just allowed to, like, observe them from afar, like, scry on them. That's about it.
I mean, Dominic, I think the Medusa head would push us over the edge to get the ring.
Are you sure you don't want to
with shades to spare?
Listen,
Are you sure?
I might have a morbid trade, but I don't want to carry around a head of a dying creature or a dead creature. And also, I will say it would take time and effort
Victor's
to
like, so
to
many
enchant it
experiments.
and preserve it. I definitely make sure the eyes are closed as I feel the face again, just in case. And
Yeah, Victor's like staring at it like it's like the best thing he's ever seen. He's having a great-
it's
he's, like,
still
giggling.
dripping a little bit. I wrapped it
He's like,
up.
oh, okay, whatever.
Maybe
fine.
just keep it in the bag. Just keep it in the fucking bag, Charles.
All right.
So 10,000, eh, Charles? Wow.
Oh, wow.
I was hoping to use that against Strahd, but I think having a ring of spell storing might be a little...
Well, new grand total 28,000. So put that ring of spell storing in a bag, bow tie on top. We are definitely fucking
You sure you
taking
don't
it
want
now.
to just wear it out? Candace says as she's like unlocking the case.
Well,
and, like,
Larkspur?
Are you sure you want to give it to me? I know that we're all kind of, well, minus Gremlin, we're all kind of spellcasters.
you all can use it.
I mean, Locke, I think you have the aptitude. I know I have this rapier, my lyre.
I mean,
I know Charles has got all kinds of raven queen.
I also won the. I won this really fancy book from you, so I don't really feel good.
Okay.
I don't feel good having the ring if you were to offer
Okay.
it to me.
I will very gratefully take the ring, and she will slip it on her middle finger.
But now that we have that extra money, we are definitely going to spend the 1,500 gold to buy those greater healing potions.
Yeah, okay, so now after the 25,000 taking out of the party money, we have 3,600 to play with. How many potions of greater healing for 1,500?
He said he would give us one each if we bought them.
One each.
Wow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, normally it'd be
Nope.
2,500, but he likes us.
So minus 1,500. Okay. Plus 6 greater healing. Okay. I will say that does not leave us with a lot of change left over, but if there's another medium potion. I mean, Vic, you haven't gotten anything. Do you feel lucky, man? Do you want something?
I feel like I've made out pretty well. I got a lot of pastry stuffed in here. I don't feel like we need to take time with me looking around for stuff.
Fair enough.
Don't
I
need
think
pastries.
Charles still wants diamond.
Yes. How much
Yeah,
diamonds do you have? I have personal money also.
same.
Just we got a bunch of diamonds, like just whatever you need, man.
Do you have 1,000 gold worth of diamonds?
I'm sure we do. As he's like digging through, and there's like a little tiny chest that he like opens up, and there's a whole bunch of different sized diamonds in it. He's like, yeah, there's probably that in here.
All right.
I mean, Charles, I have just over 1,000 gold in party money.
I also have all
You
these
just want that.
gemstones and pieces of jewelry and other things. There might be other potions we need.
Yeah,
So
hey, we'll trade him.
I will buy 1,000 gold. I'll sell him all my stuff plus 95 gold, and I will buy 1,000 gold worth of diamonds.
Okay. Do you know how much all your stuff is worth?
Yep, I added up. It was 905, and then I'll have to minus 95 for my.
Okay, there you go. Great. So he takes all your gems, and Candace is very excitedly like examining them and starting to be like, I'm gonna set this as an earring, and I think, ooh, and she's like figuring out stuff, and pushes the diamonds your way.
Julia,
Mm-hmm.
would there happen to be a serpent scale armor anywhere in this area?
I don't know. Let me look.
All right, party gold has rapidly gone up and down like a bloody roller coaster.
Well, thank you for doing all of that. I appreciate you in and out of character.
There's
Cheers.
definitely serpent scale armor here.
How much would that be?
That would be. Why don't they give me amounts to check out?
I love this song. Turn it up.
The song? What, the
The
one
song
that's
slaps.
The one
right
that you sang. The one that you sang.
Oh, everyone write down potion of greater healing.
I'm assuming it's more than 50 gold, so I gotta figure that one out. It's uncommon, but it's not like... is it on D&D Beyond?
Serpent scale?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, let me look it up. Let me see if they have an amount, because I just cannot figure it out.
Serpent scale armor.
It was from Tasha's? What did it come out with?
It's uncommon. Ooh,
okay.
oh my god, that's so good for
It's
you.
good
Oh
for her.
shit.
Yeah.
Yo, that's good for me. I
I
want
was
that
gonna
shit.
say you should get matching sets.
Oh, I would absolutely. Yeah, if you had a pair, me and Larkspur would look very fetching.
We
Oh, the
would.
two elves. Oh, that's a whole
right?
mood. That's a whole
Oh my
fucking mood,
goodness.
Lark.
We could be like a dynamic duo of like pretty scales.
I mean, darling, we already are.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
So, like...
I mean, look at us.
Uncommon, they said are worth 500 gold pieces. Does that sound right for armor? 500 gold piece a piece?
Yeah, I mean that's it's uncommon. That's not
Yeah,
crazy.
it's
I would say
uncommon.
anywhere from like 500 grand is probably right.
There's different, and one of them, one of them's like a greenish serpent scale, and one of them's kind of more like, a little bit more like black and like darker.
Do you want the green, love? I would definitely first pick on.
Did you say? I'm sorry.
There's a green and there's like a dark like black, but then kind of as you're looking at both of them, like the black kind of like shimmers a little, so it has like almost like a indigo a little bit with it.
Oh, that's Dominic. That's Dominic, right?
I mean, black does go with everything, darling.
And like, I mean, if I don't choose green, am I really me?
I mean,
All
you're
right.
druid. Yeah. I feel like that was decided. Perfect.
Yeah, it's perfect. It matches my eyes. I'm gonna take the green one.
500 gold, Victor.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, per piece.
Sweet. Thank you, Victor.
Vic, so you don't want anything? You're pretty good with the pastries. You don't think you need any items?
I think the only thing I would be super interested in, I probably can't afford.
Probably. What is it?
Life wall tattoo.
Oh, getting a tattoo.
It would
Weren't
come
we
in a-
talking
It
about?
would come in a needle, but yeah.
I feel like we were talking about a tattoo for you anyway prior to this, but I don't remember what the deal with that was.
I do have one already. This would be an additional tattoo.
Got it.
Just inked up.
That's cool. We'll talk.
Okay.
I'll decide.
My armor class just
I'm
shot
gonna
up.
say probably no, but maybe.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's so good. Oh man.
Wow.
Wow, they made
That's so
armor a
nice.
druid could wear?
Wow.
Insane.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good-
What
good.
did your
Good medium armor that a druid can wear? Holy butts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, what did yours end up being?
Hey, look,
21?
you're
What about
catching up
you?
to me.
Yes.
Yeah.
I hate you all. I just got +1 armor and my AC's at 19.
Oh, that's okay.
Get
You're
a
not that
shield.
far off.
Don't be a punk. Get a shield. I don't say.
I'm an 18.
I have this +2 greatsword. I can't use shields. They're crazy.
Ah,
I'm an 18, so you're a tough bastard.
Yeah, I mean, let's not talk about hit points, but sure.
Hit points. You hit
Oh.
Dominic twice. He's like, oh, bye. No.
me too. Me too, Dominic. It's okay.
Nah, yeah, you have fake hit points though. You've got 3
That's
animal
true.
forms.
That's
like,
true. I do use the
right.
greater beings of the nature.
Do
Listen,
people
Vic,
feel like
I have 1,000 gold to give you for this tattoo.
Oh, that is actually like roughly the difference between what I have and the average cost of that tattoo.
I put 1,000 gold in front of you.
hey, magic tattoos, man?
See,
I'm not a very good tattoo. Probably gonna come out looking like really shitty, but like it'll work. I can't guarantee what it's gonna look like.
I'll do
It'll work.
tattoos.
Well, it comes
I
as
don't
like
know
a
if that
needle,
helps.
and like the tattoo comes like in and out of the needle, right? That's how they all work.
Yeah.
I like to imagine Lark did a tattoo or two on the boat a couple times.
Yeah, assuming it is the general cost that the internet would have you believe.
What's the
that would give
general
me
cost that the internet would have you
2,000.
believe? Yeah, that sounds about right. That's about what I was gonna charge. So,
Sick.
all right, it's magic tattoo time. Y'all want to get matching tattoos? It's gonna be like Voldesbois matching tattoo time.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't think I want the same tattoo Vic has.
What are you getting? What Vic? What kind of? What do you want it to look like? What do you tattoo?
I want to look up the like actual fluff around this exact
Yeah.
tattoo.
Wait,
All right.
which tattoo was it again?
Life well.
It doesn't actually say. It just symbolizes life and birth.
Get a sweet phoenix on your chest.
Yeah, that could be like a phoenix. I could see that.
Or just a seed being planted.
Yeah.
That's a terrible tattoo idea,
Yeah.
Charles.
I
On
don't
a
know.
frog right here.
God.
So Vic already has tattoos like all across his chest and upper arms that are like waves that are moving.
No.
Ooh.
So this
like.
has to be like something that complements that. So maybe like I don't know. I'll think about it a little bit.
Yeah, think
I
about it.
guess
We can
like
come
the
up with
magic
it
item
later.
comes as a needle, so I like don't have to activate it and have the tattoo
No.
appear right away. So I've got time to think about how to thematically make that work.
Yes.
All right. I think I'm all shopped out, and that's a weird thing for me to say.
You know what? Get that potion of hill giant strength. I might just
Mhm.
purchase it.
Did you have any of that zoom potion that Gremlin and Charles had from Dominic? Just out of curiosity.
The
The
what?
speedy one. I don't remember what it's called. It made them very fast.
Potions of speed. They're
Yeah.
very, very expensive.
That's expensive.
I
We
was
do,
just thinking
yeah.
of the 3 of you just running around.
Don't worry about potions of speed. I can take care of that.
There you go. There we go. It's fine.
I will say our party fund is now pretty much just good for hotel rooms, the odd meal or drink here and there, but it is diminished.
Listen though, once we get to Ravenloft, the fun begins to loot again.
You have to imagine he kept all the good stuff for himself, right?
You know it. You know it. You think we were rich before. Wait, I want to keep his fangs very specifically. If that is a thing I can take once he's dead. Don't ask why, I just want them.
That's very
Okay.
morbid, and I
You're
guess
gonna
it
like
goes
make
along.
them
with
into
your-
a mouthpiece to give to Gremlin, because that's like I don't know.
I also want Gremmin's fangs once we kill him too?
Larkspur, stop it.
Gremmin, we're not gonna kill you. You're like a little mascot now. It's great.
Oh yes, I am mascot, reduced to a symbol of this group. I have no value individually. I understand how you look at me now.
Wow.
I see.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Gremlin,
Real
that
talk.
is a singular opinion. Do not take it as everyone feels the same way.
No, do not worry. I know how.
Listen,
I
mascots are the
see.
beloved things in all whatever's
I
schools.
see which way the druid
buildings.
wind blows. I understand.
Okay. Why don't we
I'm
take
gonna
this?
get you guys food. Yeah, why don't you guys take some time to discuss? I'm gonna go
Yeah.
get you
Alright.
me. Well, you were gonna do some your heroes.
Yeah,
scroll,
we
right?
should
That was the plan?
talk.
Right.
I will.
Alright, never
I
mind, I
will.
won't get you food.
No, you go first, Luxma.
Before we eat, are we going to visit the Vistani to find out about the cards? I don't want to waste the food if we're going to just visit them.
Well, I think pretty much we figured out that our time frame is we're not even getting a long rest before we see
Oh,
Strahd.
I thought we had more time. Okay.
I thought we did too, but this is what our new frame is. So
Sure.
I think we should take our baths, if those who want to, while we are bathing, discuss our plan. Dominic will cast. Oh yes, Vic.
We don't have to bathe then. You said only if we want.
No,
to?
we have to bathe.
Oh.
I thought it was. I heard requirements.
But
I hear you can't beat Strahd unless you've bathed within the last 24 hours. That's real.
I definitely heard that
That
too.
to the
Fine.
test.
He likes some stinky.
Well, remember, we're going to fancy dinner, and we need to keep it as long as possible so we can get close enough to actually do the damage we need to do. And if you,
I mean, and that is a good point, Charles. I mean, he's invited us to dinner. I imagine there's a purpose, right? I mean, there has to be something more than I'm a vampire and I'm inviting you to dinner so I can eat you. That just seems so pedestrian. And this man, creature, ancient man thing, I feel like his plans are more deeper than that, I suppose. So I guess the playing along, though, Charles, we have to do it until we are in a different location where we can really, I don't know, it can work to our advantage. Now, being in Castle Ravenloft, that might not exist, but, you know, a courtyard where we can cut him off, something like that. If we attack him at the dining room table, as it were, he may be able to slip around in hidden passageways and secret doorways and very much get away from us. So, I suppose the question is we have to entertain him long enough to find a better location for the battlefield, and then once we decide we're pulling the trigger, and Dominic very much looks at Gremmin, how are we pulling this trigger?
The trigger with overwhelming force.
I agree, mate, but I would love to have you hasted out the ass before you start swinging.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Haste will be important. I have magic sword that has special blade powers, and I
light.
shake the sword and activate it real quick.
And it lights up in a blaze of sunlight momentarily.
It's very bright, and I turn it off.
I will say this: if you are creating sunlight, I don't have to, which means, remember what I did to all of Strahd's minions? I can do that 10 times. That amulet. So they're
vampires, yes.
specifically against vampires.
We have to assume he has at least a few brides. I mean, we
have
know
not
of
dealt
one,
with
but I
any of
think
his
there's
brides.
Others.
So
Go ahead, please. Please.
But I was
go ahead.
saying that during the fight, I might focus on doing that opposed to other things, because the moment he is held, it is over.
Now, I will say this: I'm going to essentially try to figure out the best place for me, whether it's to deal damage, give out support or healing, whatever the case may be. But I'm going to play kind of midfield. However, Larkspur, I'm going to sort of task you. Perhaps the hardest thing is, I imagine Strahd has been challenged before. In fact, we know he has been challenged before, so he knows how to get away from adventurers. He knows how to get away from sticky situations. So I guess what I'm hoping for is, I want you to keep his ass rooted. I want you to keep him where we want him, not where he wants to be. Now, I know that's probably easier said than done, but Locke, you're the greatest druid I've ever known, and if anyone can do it, it's bloody you.
Thank you, Dominic. Thank you.
Of course. Vic, I'll be honest, man. I know I've known you for such a short amount of time, but I feel like you're good at moving around the battlefield and being where you need to be, when you need to be there. So kind of, I would say, sort of use your judgment, and if you see Gremmin has Strahd in a headlock and he's giving him the business, join that fight.
So I'm a wild card.
That's excuse you. I am the OG wild card. No, I'm kidding. No, Vic, you know what? I'm happy to not be wild card. It's actually quite refreshing. Yeah, no, you're sort of going to be special teams, Vic. If you see brides coming in from the east that we didn't see, give him a hard time, or at least let us. Charles, I don't think I need to tell you what to do.
I have many options. So if we're worried about spellcasting, again, I can silence Strahd, and that would, but he might be, have alacrity that a vampire has, that he could get out of the space. Larkspur, can you create like wind walls or anything? I don't know if your staff of the woodland or your natural druidess, because you could trap in his gaseous forms or small flying creatures, again, pinning him down or something, which I think is pretty much, we need to keep him in a location and we need to make sure that he can't use magic, I think would probably be the best.
I have Wall of Thorns, but I don't see anything about Wind Wall in my memory. But I will look into that.
Is there any
Wall
reason
of
why
Thorns,
we can't just grab him and not let go?
He has ways of changing his form, mate. He can turn into gas. He can become insubstantial. Much like you. He has ways of just slipping physical bonds. I'll be honest, I am going to try to do my best to counter as much of Strahd's magic as I can. I am weary to throw magic directly at him, because I feel like he is, really good at saying fuck you to magic.
He is also a necromancer. As a
that.
So he has access to his own magic.
I'm going to do my best to do magical battle with an ancient vampire, which is definitely not the scariest thing I've ever said.
But it would be a performance of a lifetime that can deny that you did.
If you do a performance in the woods and there's no audience to see it, Charles, does it really count?
Yes, of course.
Of course, you have done the performance.
And also,
without an audience, you lose something.
But the gods are always looking down on you.
Oh God, why did I even start here? Yeah, you're right. The gods are always watching.
It's like silly question about trees and sound. Of course, it makes sound just because you cannot hear it.
Yes, it does. Can confirm.
All right. During this time, I'm going to use my channel divinity to get back to 2nd level spells.
Okay.
Are we not getting any short rest as we're bathing or anything like that?
That can count for you guys all as a short rest. You guys can have a short rest. But
I
will not have enough time to get a long rest.
I am Pearl of Powering back a spell slot. Or should I wait? Yeah, I'm gonna wait.
I only got 74 back. That sucks.
Were we not visiting that crossroads?
We did it already.
Did we? Okay.
That's where we got the cross piece when we fought the ghasts.
Yes, the ghast that climbed the cliff.
Okay.
Happened quickly.
I'm trying to think. Listen, there is no. Guys, all this talking and planning maybe for naught. The floor might fall out from under us, and we now are suddenly fighting in Strahd's crypt, for all I know. But I suppose if we know our roles and we know how to work together, that's all that matters. Yeah, I suppose we should, you know. I never thought that I would get here. I never thought that I would climb out of bottle for a long time, and I never thought that I would make some of the greatest friends of my life. And truly, as much as I'm not sure that we can survive this, I would not rather do it with anyone else. Even you, Vic.
Oh, that's very thoughtful of you.
I have my moments.
I mean, when we first met, Dominic, I did not like you at all. You reminded me of a lot of the bad people who frequented the tavern near my home. But
for all you know, I was one of those bad people.
You could have been, for all I know. I really didn't pay attention or go there often. So I will say, it was learning who you truly were beneath the mask. Very nice. You are a good person, and do not let anyone take that away from you. I mean, Larkspur, you have always been one. I don't have to say anything came out of it.
Thank you.
That hurt. Like, it was nice, and then
Well,
it hurt right at the end.
I think Larkspur and I have an understanding. We are both people of faith. It's just a different kind. And Bremen, I mean, you joined us a little bit.
Snapping.
You joined us a little bit later on, but
there he is.
Every moment you've been with us has been a boon, and you are a much better swordsman or fighter than I ever could be, and you have a connection with both the people here, and a connection to nature that I can't truly understand, and that I think is special. You are special, and hopefully when we get you out of here, you will get to actually flourish, not be so dour in this area. And Vic, there's something about you that is truly strange. It will come out. It will be very impressive one day. I don't know much about you, like Dominic said, but I can, from what I've gathered through my insight, I can tell there's much more to you than guy. You wouldn't have survived this long. You wouldn't have been able to. This nonchalant attitude you have, it does not seem like it's truly you. You move too fast. You act too quick. You seem too sturdy to be someone who has bumbled through this life.
I don't like when people try to murder me. And none of you have tried to do it, but that guy has.
A strong foundation of friendship.
So I strongly believe that together we will destroy this guy.
I'm glad you're so confident.
You are all very strange to me. I've never met anyone who wields magic so casually and without thought as the three of you. And you, strange hobo man. I like you all, though. Significantly better than most people in this country. And
you are one of my top 3 favorite Barovians, Grab.
no, there is only 3 good ones.
Oh,
I am
exactly.
one of them. The other 2 are Danica, and the children. They only count as one together.
And the husband.
about-
I kind of
what about
grouped
the
them
husband?
into.
He tells me
about
the
Rowan?
children, honestly.
Yeah.
No,
I
I cannot imagine we will not come out of this alive.
I don't know how I can top anything you guys have said already. I have grown very fond of you, almost like a crew on a ship, and this has been kind of a ride. Very different than the ones I'm used to, but equally as endearing and scary. and I love you all dearly like you were my own family. Even if I make fun of Gremlin. I actually care about all of you, and I don't know what I'll do if I lose one of you during this, and I don't see it happening because I I don't often know things I can't do, you know?
Listen, I know we are all very confident in our fellowships and our bonds, but I don't mean to be the downer here. It's generally not who I am. We need to face the facts that Strahd needs to be stopped. That's what matters here. That is the be all end all of this thing, because none of us are getting out of here if Strahd doesn't get stopped. And if that means someone falls in the process of doing that, then I think, listen, it's not an eventuality I'm excited about, but it's one I can see happening when you go up against an ancient being of power who's killed men and women and children in the hundreds, if not thousands, if not tens of thousands. We have to come to the realization that even if one of us doesn't make it, two of us don't make it, that the rest of us have to go on to stop this thing.
Right. You're right. There's a whole plane of existence relying on us at this point, and that's far greater than. I mean, I'm not trying to say it's far greater than us, but it's bigger.
I mean, Locke, it kind of is.
Yeah, I just don't know how to say it without it sounding distasteful.
I mean, Vol d'Espoir started as an idea, and it's taken hold in the people's hearts. We've seen literally a shift in how people think of Strahd, and there's
You're
hope.
a beacon.
Literally hope. There's a beacon in the sky, literally defying his power. That is an exceptional time to be alive for a Barovian, I can imagine.
We cannot fail. We will not fail. Simple as that. It was already fated that we will succeed. That is the only reason I am here. Or if not, I would be back home with my love. So, the Raven Queen has a plan for myself and us. And we will succeed. If you fall, I will do what I can to keep you from her grasp, assuming she allows it. But I do not think tonight we will fall. And if we do, we will still.
Your conviction is, as always, deep and a little scary. I think that my destiny was one thing, and I thought I understood it a lot like you understood ours now, I guess. And then life showed me that destiny is a foolish game. But that's just my life. I do hope that at the end of this, or by the next dawn, I'm standing with all of you. But you know what? To hell with it. Strahd can get fucked.
I can get fucked.
Vol d'Espoir.
Get fucked.
Candace brings in a tray of a couple things. She's like, "Here, I brought some spices for you all because I didn't know if your hero's feast would have spices." And she sets down like salt, pepper, some cinnamon, some other things, and just like kind of sets them down on the table. And yeah, I guess with that, you guys are coming towards the end of your journey here, and you kind of can feel that. And yet somehow it's not really over because you still have yet to get to the castle and everything. And so as you kind of sit there and look at your friends, you know that, you know, they'll have your backs through this, but you still can't help but feel a little bit of trepidation, not what's ahead of you in Castle Ravenloft. And I think we're going to end there tonight and pick up with you guys going to castle.
My God.
Yeah. Do we want to roll the hero's feast hit points now, or do we want to do that?
We gotta first see if we can cast. I think because that's a potential.
Why?
Because
I mean, that's up to Julia. There's 2 ways you can do spell scrolls, and the fact that you can make them fail is stupid. But that's up to Julia.
Wait, you can cast it. I'm sorry.
because we're not high
you
enough
trying to do?
level to cast Hero's Feast as a 6th level spell.
Yeah, but you know who you have in the room with you? Hold on.
Victor.
Victor's like, let me cast it. And he casts Hero's Feast at 6th level for you guys.
That is the other way.
Mm-hmm.
Hooray.
Damn.
Do you want to roll 2d10, Julia, since you cast it? Do you want us to roll it?
You
What do
guys roll it. You guys roll it. It's just easier, trust me.
All right, who's feeling lucky? Who's rolling 2d10?
Give it to Sam. Let's blame him if it's bad.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Excellent.
Perfect.
You want 2d10?
Yeah, roll 2d10.
Not a percentile, specifically.
Yeah,
2d10.
just add them up.
7.
7 total?
Yep, 4 and a 3.
All right, everyone, your hit point maximum is raised by 7.
Pretty good.
And you now have advantage on wisdom saving throws. You're immune to fear and poison. I'll double check if I missed any.
The sheet, I don't remember. Like, is it just max modifier or temp H?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
add 7 into the max modifier, max HP modifier.
There's a way to do it.
Yeah, bottom left if you open up the HP.
And also,
box.
everyone, I will cast 8 on us each. I'll do it
All right.
just because if we're gonna go into this aid last 8 hours, so right before we leave to head to Strahd's, I'll
Sure.
cast aid. Since I 2nd level spell slots back, so everyone will get +5 addition.
Ooh.
How much? I'm sorry.
5. So you should have a total of 12 additional hit points.
Oh, hell yeah. And what are
I
we
al-
immune to?
A lot.
I'm looking it up now just so I don't forget anything, and then I
Thank
think
you.
call it there, just
Okay.
so you can make the note on your character sheet. And then next game we just go right into. All right, so you are immune to poison, being frightened, and all wisdom saves are made with advantage. Yep. And if you had any diseases or were poisoned, they are gone.
Poisoned. Immune to.
Immune poison, immune frightened, wisdom saves with advantage.
Why can I not find frightened on this? There it is. I'm sorry. Can you repeat the one last one? I didn't need to talk over you.
Immune to poison, immune to fear, and wisdom saves are made with advantage.
Oh. How do I add that?
I think that's just going to be kind of like a note. You might be able to modify your saving throws on D&D Beyond, but I'm not sure.
Okay, I'll fiddle with it after stream.
All right. Also, I want to throw out really quick a thank you to Scott Buckley for all this music. Scott Buckley provides all the music that we use for free. You can support him on Patreon. He's amazing. Writes beautiful, obviously, tracks that it just feels like we're in a movie every time we hear it. Wonderful. Yeah. And anyone else want to say anything else? I know we all say thank you. Also, Gene, who subscribed? Because I can't see it, but I know you can. I know
So
Mama Shady subscribed. Thank you.
Osolatus77
Right.
gifted a sub to Players and Creators and Mama Shady 28.
Yay! Okay, well, yay! Thank you, Osolatus, for gifting those subs. And just thank all of you. Did any of you want to say anything?
No, I just want to say thank you. This has been an awesome journey, and I guess we're close to the end, and it's gonna be something.
Yes.
And thanks for being here with us as we've gone ups and downs, everywhere in between.
Yep.
Absolutely.
All right, everyone. Everyone shout thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Woo!
And we'll see you guys next time. We'll let you know when that is, and I hope you all have a great rest of your night. Thanks for watching with us. Thanks for the raid players and creators, and we'll see you Monday for Dungeon Delvers if you're coming by, or over on Verdo Knight's channel for video games.
Is there
We're
anyone?
talking about clerics.
We're gonna talk about
Talk about
clerics
clerics.
Monday. Also, is there anyone we want to raid that's on?
Is
Oh, yeah.
Hang on.
Don't think Dusky is on
She's not.
currently. No, it doesn't seem like I know anybody that's on.
I'm looking on Twitch.
No one that I know personally.
If you guys want to stick with us, we'll try to find someone to raid. That, if I can find anyone, there we go. Yeah, I personally do not see.
All right.
Raid.
Well,
That's okay.
I feel like
We
it's
made
about
an
that
effort.
time.
Yep. All right. Thank
All right,
you
everyone.
for watching, and let me just.
Yep. Thank you. Good night. We love you.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Good night.